and my job is to push a lot of buttons and make a story happen somehow. In between that, we also have over here on the top left is Max Easy playing a character whose name is in fact incorrect because I didn't even see that.
I just noticed that, yeah.
You just noticed that as well. Okay, and then we have Steve Austin playing Leith.
Hey everyone.
Second in, and then Milford Brixton, played by Barry Tahira, and Adric Fogdar. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to fix your name up, Max, and I'm going to let you guys tell us and the audience while I'm doing that what it is that happened in the last episode. So we'll just do a quick recap if that's all right with everyone.
I was just asking that just before we started, and Max said he had everything written down, so I think we should leave it. I think we should leave it to Max.
Leave it for Max? All right.
A scribe. Max, our scribe.
Yeah, very good. Okay, last week we got back from coming from the Anzal district, which was where they got the first giant grave site, the giant's grave site, after being attacked by those hired wizards. We then talked to Xandor Rem, we went to sleep, we made a little bit of a plan about a secret door in a tunnel we had found. We then went to sleep, woke up in the morning, found out that the hired mages were hired from a group called the Lepers of Naught, who are a very suspicious group of 50 bad people.
Dodgy
who are
wizards,
obviously against the Barakyle convoy. We moved through the underground tunnel where we had been attacked. We made a commotion or some sort of distraction while Milford Brixton went down the secret tunnel that we discovered the day before, investigated it as far as he could, came back, and we went on our way to the second big site that we had been promoted to investigate. That big site has had every person that went in disappear mysteriously. That was a very fun time in learning that. We were accompanied by a new mage called Hamir, because our last one got hit in the face with fire and died. We went through some ruins and some temples where we had to make a small jump, which we all luckily made. We got attacked by a teleporting spider, which almost killed Hamir. Luckily, we were able to not let him die. We moved on. We found a great kind of wall of dead giants. All the bones and stuff had been stuck into the walls. And we heard a little clattering sound, so we hid in the darkness, and two drow on two massive spiders, each having a captive in a cage, kind of skittled past us. And we thought, do we follow them? Do we try to help them escape? We had a consensus that we would not do that because, one, our mage is horribly injured, and also they probably have got the firepower over us, considering it took one small teleporting spider, brought us relatively to our knees, and then there's two drow, two other bigger spiders.
Right.
Milford went off, told him what had happened, ran back to us, and we found a massive, we think, ceremonial ship covered with gold and loot. And we were investigating it before the gold started to shift, and a giant skeletal snake attacked us, and that is where we left off.
Right. Well, that's pretty exciting. So something else that everyone should probably know is that I've instituted a new thing using Twitch. If you look at the bottom of the chat channel, you'll see that there's a little purple circle, and next to it will be probably a number that should be slowly going up, and that is, apparently that's channel currency, which I have aptly named Electrum. So if you're a viewer, you will simply earn Electrum by watching the channel. Now, if you want to, what you will eventually, at some point during the game, I will say something like, this is going to be an open check. If I say there's going to be an open check, that means you can spend your Electrum to get me to set the DC at whatever it is that you want me to set it to. So the difficulty rating of any given action can be changed by you, but only if it's an open if it's an open check. Otherwise, I'm not going to have you. I'm not going to let you kill off my characters, obviously, because that would be silly. But if it's some sort of social check, or it's a check that's not going to hugely affect the game, I will let the viewer who spends their electrum actually influence the narrative in that way. Hopefully this will be fun. And anyone who wants to test this out, I'll be very interested to see how it works. Never done it before. We're still learning all of this nonsense.
Looks interesting.
Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. A bit of audience participation in that regard is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Another thing that you might notice, if you go to the left-hand side of your screen, if you're a viewer, and hover over it, you should get the new D&D Beyond extension pop up there, and that should give you the character, like mini character sheets of our players. I think that Adrian currently is having some sort of technical issue there, because we've been through this a few times this afternoon trying to get this to work, and his character sheet's not working. For some reason D&D Beyond doesn't like him. It's probably his hair, I'm assuming. Look at that hair. You know, it's understandable. So anyway, at least for now, you can see some of their character sheets. And what other news is there? I think that's pretty much the main core of it. There is one last thing too. I think as of probably tomorrow, I think we will have a blog going up at sidariel.com. You should be able to find the blog there if you look around. It shouldn't be too difficult. I will get you a link later. Adrian's putting up the first blog. It's going to be letters to his wife, essentially. Something that's interesting that you should know too as an audience member is that Adrian, or should I say Max, is incorporating some of the things that the audience says as essentially as philosophers, or part of the lore and the background of the world. So if you say something particularly poignant or clever or philosophical over the course of the story, he may include that. He may actually name take your username and turn that into some kind of elven construct or something to that effect, and utilize it as part of the lore in his letters to his character's wife, which will be on the blog and which will feed back into the story. So further ways that you can participate in the narrative and the story. I think it's very clever and innovative, and that was entirely Max's idea. Thank you, Max.
It's a great idea, Max.
Well, thank you.
It's pretty cool, eh?
Thank you.
So, all right, so you're in this chamber. It's pretty dark. There are a few beams of light coming down through a crack in the ceiling. Basically, it's it's almost like moonlight. It's very, very thin. You can see little shafts of dirt and dust crumbling through those shafts of light. Small falls of dust and what have you. You've seen the treasure, you've approached. I remember you guys making various stealth checks to move up on it. Milford, you are literally hiding behind a huge stone stele that he says on it in Dwarven, and one of you can read Dwarven, that's Adric, I believe. He's identified what's written on it, which says, "Here lies Vizier," and then ... We don't know what the rest of the sentence was because it's underground, or at least buried in treasure. You're in the room filled with this. It's a treasure ship. There is a ship, like a huge Viking ship here, but it's giant-sized because it was built by giants. But it's a funerary ship, as far as you can tell. That's what you've come to conclude at this point. Earlier, you saw, well, certainly Milford saw two huge giant spiders moving through this space with drow slavers on their backs carrying cages, one with a woman, one with a child. And they went past here and off into the distance through a huge hole at the far end of this chamber. And as you got here, as you moved further into the chamber, and I'm just going to check my microphone. I think my gain is on max. That's not very good. Double check. How's the sound there? Can anyone just give me a quick yes or no? Is this sound okay? Looks all right, just from the...
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
You seem fine on our end.
Okay, good. Sorry, I turned my volume up when I was dealing with that echo before. Anyway, sorry. So, yeah, okay, would anyone like to pinpoint where they are right now? Let's start with Adrian. Where are you and what are you doing specifically?
I believe I hadn't actually made my way to the ship yet.
Right.
I discussed something with Leith, and then Leith stealthed off forwards. So yes, I'm still quite a bit a ways, I think, sadly.
All right.
Leith, on the other hand, has made it to the to this big area and was basically standing in front of the ship, going, "Oh my god! Wow, this is gorgeous. This is amazing."
Can I grab Leaf and pull him into cover if he's doing that?
You can make a stealth check to do that without breaking your stealth, basically.
Okay. Because poor old stealth. Come on, stealth.
Thank you,
Here it
Super
is.
Midnight Fun Club, for the feedback, by the way, on the things.
A 20.
Wow,
Nat
okay.
20.
All right, with a natural 20, you stealthily grab Leith and pull him into the shadows. So, Leith, you're quite surprised at this, I imagine. Perhaps you'd like to make a stealth check too, not to kind of give away the position. But you can do it with advantage, because I think Milford might have his hand over your mouth.
I have advantage on it anyway because of that cloak of elven kind that I have on.
Very good.
So that's a 20 as
Oh,
well.
wow.
Starting the
two natural to not
starting
natural
the night
20s,
off with some good rolls.
Nice. Yeah, I guess.
Well, not a
not a
natural
natural.
20.
Well, you've probably spent all your 20s for the evening now.
And Milford points at the moving ground.
Right. Because the treasure itself, you've noticed, is kind of getting a bit wonky. It's starting to move. It's sliding down like, kind of like a little avalanche of coins and treasure. One of the things that you notice is there's this huge circular disc of metal with this massive giant face printed on the side of this massive disc of metal. Anyone who wants to make a history check, please have a go.
Ooh, I might do that.
19.
21.
Wow, Adric. Okay, good.
I was
21 as well.
21. Yep.
Wow. Okay.
Between the two of us, we know everything about this. We know the person who made it. We know his mother. We know where his dog is buried.
All right. So what you become aware of, or what you realize, basically, pretty much immediately, is this is what's called an Annam strike. Annam was the all-father of the giants, the Asturian god of the giants, and Annam is considered the chief among all of the gods of the giants. And this is a coin. It's an Annam strike, and the size of it's at least the size of a large wagon wheel, the coin itself. That is very weird. Something very weird happened right then, where Adrian and Adric just swapped places on my screen. How did you do that?
Zoom kicked me out, guys.
What
I'm back now.
the hell just happened? Okay, well, easily enough fixed. I'll just switch your names around.
Apologies.
No worries. That's weird. So...
And I heard nothing of what you said about that good disc.
Right. So it's an Annam strike. It's a huge, giant coin from many thousands of years ago.
Is this different from the other coin that we saw on the back of the... There was a cart that we saw taking goods out of the other site?
It's very similar to that one. Did I tell you that was an Annam strike?
I don't think so.
You said it had Annam on it, but you didn't tell us that it was an Annam strike.
Oh, well, in this case, yes, it would have been the same coin. Very similar.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. You can tell Adric and whoever made that great roll, who was that, Leith, it's worth many thousands of gold pieces.
Well, this will be something worth trying to drag up if we can. Hey, Milford, do you think you could throw that across the ditch we found earlier?
Right, and while you're in the midst of this sentence, Adric, suddenly this huge bone head bursts out of the coin pile in front of you. This knobbled kind of serpentine form erupts from the coins in front of you, and it turns to you, and immediately the very first thing it does is it says roll for initiative.
Wow.
Yeah.
Without an
It says
esophagus
that.
or a tongue or anything. Wow, that's pretty fantastic.
Yeah. So let's have some initiative from everyone, please. Can I have Milford first? Actually, it doesn't matter. You can give me whatever order you like.
I got a 10.
You got a 10?
I got a 20.
Oh, wow.
Damn, alright.
All right.
Net 20.
Adric is a 10. Leith,
I got a 3.
3. And Adrian.
I have a 3 as well. My rolls have been matching Steve's quite well.
Wow. You just,
I also rolled a 21 on history. Seems that we are rolling the exact same things.
What's your dexterity, Max?
1.
1.
your
Oh,
dexterity
+1?
bonus.
What?
Oh,
What's
plus
your,
1. Plus 1, yeah.
Yeah. What's your actual dexterity score?
It is a 12.
Ah, me too. How do we decide this then? I think we put it to audience vote. Who goes first in the
In the initiative order. All right. So who's going first then? Audience, is it going to be Leith or is it going to be, was it Adrian? We're waiting on you guys. They're in the audience. Leith or Adrian first. They tied in their initiative rolls.
We've got a vote for me.
Adrian.
Super
A
Midnight
vote for
Fan Club.
Adrian?
Yep. Oh, the handsomest one. But that's Leith.
That's Barry.
I already got a
That's
10.
Barry. That's true. You already got
Barry.
it. All right. I'm going to call Adrian. Oh, wait. We got Leith and Adrian. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That's a tie. Okay, I'm just going to
Another
call
tie.
it. I'm going to call it myself. It's going to be Leith because he's on the left-hand side of the screen. He's
Okay.
And I read from left to right.
Yep.
Okay. Although that being said, if it hadn't been for Adric's camera disconnecting, it would have been the other way around.
Luck of the draw. Sometimes
Luck of
that's
the
the way you
glitch.
got to do it.
Okay, so
Luck of the Zoom.
Milford, you are first in the initiative sequence. You see this bone serpent creature burst out from underneath the treasure and rear up like a cobra, basically, in front of you guys. You don't think it's seen you, of course, Milford, because you're hiding, and actually, Leith, you're hiding too. So this is good at this point. You're still undercover. So that leaves the other two. Where are you guys at? You're sort of standing out in amongst the coins, in between spaces. Is that what I'm hearing? What I'm seeing?
Yeah, I think I was just floating around in the middle, close to the bone knicker, I imagine.
All right.
Yes, I hadn't actually made it to the ship quite yet. I haven't made it. I haven't made a stealth roll to get to the ship yet.
Okay. Are you going to try?
I can. Yes. You'd like me to right now?
Yeah, if that's what you're going to do.
I rolled a 7.
All right. Okay, so I'll keep that in mind. All right, so Barry, you are in cover. What are you doing now?
I'm gonna take out my short bow
All right.
and make sure I'm behind him
All right, you knock an arrow. You behind it.
and fire it and then dodge back in again.
Okay. So you're going to basically roll out of cover, fire an arrow, and then roll back into cover again. That's the plan?
Yep, that's the
Okay.
plan.
So you're going to make a athletics check.
Oh, my new ah,
Although you can make an acrobatics check because you've got a very high acrobatics, if I recall.
acrobatics check. Okay, hang on. Gotta go back to abilities.
Dun,
Acrobatics.
dun, dun.
Acrobatics. That's 17.
17. All right, you hit. Do damage with your short
Okay.
bow.
I thought you wanted me to do an acrobatics thing first.
I'm sorry, that is an I'm not doing very well today.
You're doing your best, Russell, and that's all we can ask.
All right.
The acrobatics was 17.
17. All right. You roll out. You find your position. You don't trip over or break your leg. You can take your attack roll now.
It's the short bow. Short bow. Bump.
Yeah, that's
11.
going to be a miss, I'm afraid.
Okay.
Right. So you need to make a stealth check now
Stealth now.
to get back into cover.
Okay. Stealth, back to stealth. Back to stealth. Stealth check. Stealth check. Stealth. Come on, stealth.
Okay. I'm going to give you 5, 4, 3,
20.
20. Okay. Excellent. You stealth back in to cover. All right. Next on the initiative order is Adric Fogdar.
Brilliant. I'm going to see this bony, snaky head rear up in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to look up at it, and I'm going to use my Giant's Might feature, so I'm not looking up at it anymore.
Okay. All right. So you start to grow, right?
Yes.
So how far do you grow? You grow to large size.
To large, which I checked when I was creating this character, and that large is about 10 feet by 10 feet. I think that's space I occupy.
So you're kind of like the size of an ogre now.
About that, yeah.
Right. So you go from being a dwarf to being an ogre-sized dwarf.
Yes,
right.
about a 4'8", tall for a dwarf, to very tall for a dwarf.
Right, so you just you just balloon up very quickly. I'm seeing this happen pretty fast, right? It happens in the space of it's one action, yeah?
Yeah, so that's my bonus action.
That's your bonus action, okay. So while you're growing, do you take an attack?
Oh yeah, big time. I'm going to swing at him with my Warhammer.
All right, please roll to hit.
Yes. Would you believe I got a 6?
Oh, I do believe that. Okay, so you swing at it, and the creature kind of just swings its head in a kind of circular fashion, and your hammer goes sailing past the front of its face, and it turns.
Oh, you snaky bastard!
Right, and it turns to you, and it. It dips forward and tries to touch you, and in doing so, what's your armor class, Adric?
18.
18. Okay.
Oh yeah, no, it doesn't count. Never mind. Don't worry.
Okay.
Yes, no, it doesn't count.
You now have disadvantage on any ability checks to do with athletics.
Oh, good. Delightful.
You seem to have... You kind of feel suddenly a little bit uncoordinated and wobbly, and it's a bit weird. Its eyes flashed briefly at you for a moment, and it's as it touches you with its face, basically just bumps into you with the head of its bony nose, touches you, and it feels kind of scrapey as it rubs over your skin, and you feel this effect.
I hate this.
Yeah, it's quite disgusting. And
is that the end of its turn?
Is that the end of its turn? That is the end of its turn, yes.
Wonderful. So I'm going to use my reaction, and I'm going to so on the chainmail is parts of it are arranged into giant runes, and right above my left breast, the stone rune flares, and I'm going to need it to roll a DC 13 Wisdom saving throw.
It makes it.
Damn it! And it just the metal just goes dark.
Goes dark immediately. All right. Very well. Very well.
So cool for a second.
Adrian.
Adrian or me?
Leaf.
Oh, Leith. I'm sorry, Leith. Yeah.
So first of all, I'm going to point my finger at it and cast True Strike at it to get a brief insight into its defenses.
All right. And what sort of insight are you looking for? Does it get a saving throw for this?
Nope.
Nope.
It's just your magic grants you a brief insight into the target's defenses. On your next turn, you gain advantage on your first attack roll against the target, provided that the spell hasn't ended.
All right. Very good. Okay. And that was a bonus action or an action?
That was an action.
All right. Do you have any bonus actions?
I do. I'm going to cast Hex on it as well.
Oh, wow. But I'm not sure can you cast 2 spells in the same round, even if one is a bonus action?
You can if one of them's a cantrip.
All right, there we go. All right.
True Strike's a cantrip.
Very good. Please.
Oh, but Super Midnight Fun Club has just made a good point that
Concentration.
that True Strike does need concentration for their first round. So
Does Hex? Because you can only have two. You can only have one. Okay, yeah. So
yeah.
True Strike would drop.
I
If
can't,
Hex didn't.
I can't cast both on the same turn. So thank you, Super Midnight Fun Club. I won't do that again.
No. Indeed. All right. So what
But
do you do?
I do have advantage on
Your
my
next.
next attack on it.
All right, but that won't be this round, will it? This turn.
No, next round.
All right.
Yep.
Moving right along. Who is next? Is Adrian.
Adrian. One thing is Hamir fighting with us.
Yes, he is.
Awesome. I'm going to pound back a potion of darkness, potion of dark vision,
Right.
which I also gave one to Hamir.
All right.
I'm going to pound back a potion of dark vision. How far away am I from the kerfuffle?
At this point, I would say, how far would you like to be? You can be anywhere up to 30 feet away if you want to be 30 feet. Otherwise, you can't be any closer than 30 feet, though.
Okay, so not any closer than 30 feet. Awesome.
Yeah,
I
no
will
closer
move
than 30 feet.
No, I will. What's the range on that? That's fine. I will remain exactly where I am.
All right.
And I can see the bone skeleton thing, right?
Yep.
Yep. I'm going to cast Ice Knife.
Ice Knife.
No,
all
I'm
right.
not. That is a bad thing to do. I'm not going to cast Ice Knife.
Oh.
I'm in fact just going to cast Firebolt because I
All right.
forgot that portion of Ice Knife is AoE, and that would be very bad for my friends standing right next to it.
Right.
So I'm just going to
yes.
Firebolt it.
All right. So you cast Firebolt. Roll to hit.
That is a 12.
A 12. That misses. It fires off into the distance, and you hear it scorch the ceiling of the cave high above, and you see some dust kind of fall through the light shaft above. All right. At that point, our friend Hamir casts Firebolt also, funnily enough. And he also misses. Goes flying past him. All right. Milford, back to you.
Okay, I do the move out, fire, and go back in again.
All right. Okay. Are you still trying to keep this stealthy? Well, at this point, Adric, you're actually in melee combat with it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So at this point, Barry, you don't need to be stealthing around. You get your attack, the backstab damage anyway, because of the fact
Okay.
that Adric is in combat with it.
Okay, so I'll just go to the weapons then.
Yep. Okay. So you're going to go to your short sword and your dagger.
Yep. The bow didn't seem to do much, so I put that down and go to the sword and the dagger.
All right, so you just drop them.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you move close. You take your movement to get close to the monster.
Yeah.
All right, and you're attacking it from behind. So let's get your short
Yes.
sword attack, please.
Okay.
Yeah, no worries, Orson. We do have a problem with the D&D Beyond thing where we're not being able to see Adrian at the moment, but hey, it's pretty cool, I think.
12.
Okay, you got a 12. Unfortunately, that misses.
Okay, let's try the dagger.
So bonus action, attack with the dagger. Roll to hit, please.
Oh. 25.
Orson says he can see your character, Adrian, on D&D Beyond. That's interesting. Okay, but he's not. What's his
That's
rolls
good.
are not coming through the D&D Beyond system at the moment. So okay, that's a bit weird. Well, that's good. Anyway, okay. So your next roll. I'm sorry, Barry. What was it? It was a
25.
25. That hits for sure. All right.
Yeah.
Do your damage, please, and then roll your backstab damage to add to that.
And that was 8.
8. Yep. Plus your backstab
And
damage.
I'm going down to backstab now. Hang on. And that was another 8.
Okay, very good. 16 points of damage in one attack. Very, very nice. Thank you. All right. Adric.
Brilliant. Apologies in advance, Adric. Apologies in advance. My internet just keeps going. No, you can't stay connected. You will hear only the third word, and only part of it at that.
Oh no.
So, but I will endeavor. Anyway, so I am going to use my bonus action to invoke my frost rune because I don't know if and how this will affect combat.
To invoke your
it just
frost
means-
rune. Okay.
Frost rune, yeah. So it's a little frost rune right over my belly button, and yeah, it just glows cold on the the chainmail.
All right.
So I get a +2 to ability checks using strength and con. I don't know if this will add to my strength attacks. Probably won't, but hey, it's fine. Cool. So I'm just gonna swing at it with my warhammer.
All right, and that's a to hit.
And
You rolled
that is to
a
hit. It's a
big
14.
14, and 14 unfortunately narrowly misses it. It just
Love it.
swings out of your reach one more time, frustratingly. Okay, the creature turns back to you, and it. What does it do? It says a word. It says freeze to you, and you make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Could it instead be like not a wisdom saving throw? Let's see. That
I'm
is
afraid it's a wisdom saving throw.
I've
is a
seen I've
13.
seen your wisdom.
A 13. A 13. You say.
Sorry, I didn't hear any of that.
No. They didn't say
Well, I
anything.
saved.
They
I
didn't
don't
say
think there was
anything.
anything to hear.
You actually did save. Okay, very good.
Oh shit! Hell yeah!
Yep, remarkably, you managed to save. Very good. Okay, that is a... Let me just double check that is in fact its full action.
Thank you, Awesome D.
Thank you, Awesome.
Oh dear lord.
Open skill for Adric to be DC 20. Oh, okay.
He dabbed.
All right. DC 20. Poor Adric. Fuck.
Oh god.
What do you get for dabbing, Adric?
All right. So, back to the initiative order. Next is Leith, I believe.
Yes. So I'm going to do what I was going to do last turn and cast my hex.
All right.
And I'm going to choose as the ability for its disadvantage to
Yeah.
be Dexterity.
Dexterity. Okay, so
Yeah.
that's the hex. All right.
Yep.
So it has disadvantage on any dexterity-related checks from here on in for what is it, an hour?
I believe it's 8 hours actually.
8 hours. Well, hopefully this fight won't
Maintain-
last for 8 hours.
Yeah, when you cast a spell using a spell slot of 3rd or 4th level. Oh no, it's only 2nd level, so it is only 1 hour. Sorry. So now that was my bonus action. I will cast Firebolt at advantage
All right.
on it. Rolling a 21.
Very nice. That hits.
Yep. 10 point. Oh, D10 for the damage. 3 points of damage from the firebolt, and 4 points of damage from the hex.
4 points from the hex. Okay. So 3 plus 4 is what, 7? Yep.
Yes. Yep.
Very good.
Not the mightiest of damage, but still some.
All right, Adrian, your turn.
I'm a firebolt.
I'm a firebolt that bone serpent thing. All right, roll to hit.
That bone snake. I got an 18.
Oh, very nice. That hits. You penetrate its bony exterior with your firebolt as it passes between its ribs and strikes against its column of vertebrae. Sending
And I rolled. Yes.
That's a big 4 points of damage.
Sorry?
Was that a big 4 points of damage I'm seeing there? No, you haven't rolled yet. That was Leith. What's your damage?
I did. It's just not coming up on the thing, and I rolled max, so I actually got 10.
10 points of damage. Wow. Okay. Very
Of
nice.
fire damage.
10 points of fire damage. Now, let me double check.
Max
something.
rolled himself.
All right. Very good. Very good. You do 10 points of fire damage. Nice. All right. And as I say, you strike it right in the vertebrae and scar it with blackening burn marks. Right. And now it's up to Hamir to do something useful, and he fires a firebolt, but unfortunately it passes through between its ribs and shoots out the back and darts off towards the ancient wooden ship in the background. Fortunately, it doesn't catch fire.
Oh, thank God.
Down to the marrow. Mwaha. Yes. Okay. Milford.
I am going to do what I did before. Get
right.
behind it and keep attacking it from behind.
Attack with your sword, please.
Yeah, for all the good that does me lately. A 19.
Wow, you do hit. Very good. Nice. And you can do some damage, please, with your short sword.
Short sword, and that would be 6.
6 points of damage.
No,
plus
9,
3 is
sorry.
9.
9.
Yep, 9. Okay, now do your stabby damage.
Yep. Go away. Roll it up. Why don't they put backstabby damage with the...
Oh, here it comes. Plus 4. Okay, so
4.
that's 13 points of damage altogether.
And the knife.
Yep, okay, so you're going to attack with a knife as a bonus action. All right.
Yep. God, this thing's... Yep. My dagger. It's 14.
Okay, Milford, how do you hit it? Where do you hit it exactly with this backstabbing knife business?
I hit it at the joint between the neck, the spinal joint,
Sort of
between
right in the
neck.
vertebrae underneath its
Yeah, the
skull,
vertebrae,
right?
yeah.
That's what I'm hearing. Orson said he wants to see Milford parkour again. So do you parkour up its spine to do that?
Yes.
All right, so you basically go running towards it, jumping over the treasure. You leap off the back of a treasure box, an actual chest, fly up, land on the back of the Naga, and stick your dagger into the vertebrae at the base of its skull, at which point it snaps and it falls on its face, and the lights in its eyes go out.
Well,
Nice.
Nice.
Well, I do believe I made my point.
He made his point.
Did you? Indeed, you did, Mr. Brixton.
Oh. Okay.
Hamir kind of stumbles forward on his staff now. Very good, Mr. Brixton. I think that was remarkable. Remarkable.
Oh, it wasn't bad. I couldn't prove it a bit if I wanted. I'd go and help him if he accepts my help.
Yes. Ah, thank you. Now what? What do we do now? Seems that you've defeated the Guardian.
Well,
I'd say we're welcome to peruse the ship at our leisure. Or, Mr. Brixton, where did you see the captives abscond to?
It went that way in there, you see.
Down there into the abyss.
Not into the ship, you know.
All right. Well,
was there any indication that they might come back?
No, not from what I saw. Was there, Mr. Judge?
Any indication that they might come back? They looked like they were fairly pointedly going in one direction. They were heading up alongside the treasure ship and then out through the other end through a huge gap in the wall over a pile of rubble and into the darkness beyond. That's what you saw. These two giant spiders with their drow slaver riders mounted upon them, and these cages that they're carrying on their backs as they kind of rocked back and forth as their multiple legs carried them up and over the rubble in the darkness.
Well, you see, they went down that way, down there.
all right. I see. And how are you all feeling? Any chances you'd like to go and retrieve those poor prisoners?
Are you talking to me?
I'm talking to whomever. I missed part of Russell's thing.
The description.
Yes. So I'm hoping it's somewhere that we can access. I could just probably throw Milford over a rock or something.
Barry, you need to move into screen, please. You're out of shot. Can't see your beautiful face.
Yeah, we need to see your beautiful face, Barry.
See, I get distracted by you guys. I go, yeah, well, no, forget.
Hey, Russell, how's
Yes.
your James Mason?
Honestly,
I have to third that.
I'd have to really look into that, to be honest. I've never done a James Mason. I don't. Christopher Walken is one of my many talents, but I don't know about James Mason. It's not a thing I've really necessarily ever done before. But I got a whole bunch of impressions if that's what you're interested in. But you're gonna have to spend real money if you want to see that. There you go. That's my answer to that.
I think maybe do some research for next session and drop us an NPC who sounds like James Mason.
James Mason. All right, I might have to do some research there, but someone's going to have to spend $5 on a subscription, I reckon, for that. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Moving right along. What are you guys up to? You're standing there. There's a treasure ship. There's light coming from the sky and the stuff and the dead body of the Naga and then treasure and stuff. Blah. That's my DMing. It's my best DMing yet. You see that? That's how it's done.
Wow, that's amazing.
I know, right?
Come on, let's go then. Who's going to be in the lead?
Mr. Brixton, I never thought you'd offer. Thank you.
Are you going to be in the lead?
No, I assumed you'd take the lead, seeing you were so capable with that big awful snake.
Well, can you look after our friend here if I take the lead?
I can carry him for the next 40 seconds. Yes.
Only 40 seconds. Okay.
Well, I am large and lovely for the next 30
Are you referring to me? I should hope not.
Would you? Yeah, so you wouldn't like a piggyback then, would you?
Keep your filthy hands off me, dwarf.
Well, that's
I
not very...
relatively clean.
Oh wow! Holy crap!
We just
Okay.
got our first 2 subscriptions.
Oh my goodness!
Hey.
Thank you, Orson and Super
Wow.
Midnight Fun Club.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
thank you.
Feels good.
There's going to be some research. Okay. Fair enough. I'm humbled. I am humbled.
James Mason.
James Mason.
Milford Brixton,
not
thank
gonna do
you
it now,
all
though,
for your
because I'm-
services.
Oh yeah! Wow! Holy crap! That's mind blowing. Okay. Better do a good job, guys. There's no pressure,
Yeah.
okay? No
No
pressure.
pressure at all.
Then shut up so we can do something. All
So
right.
just to make sure, we're going after the big scary spider things.
Yes.
That's right. That's what I'm
Okay, I just
assuming.
wanted to make sure. Okay, very good.
Leith
That's,
has
The
come
worst
out.
that could happen, Ethan.
Leith
You
has
know,
just come out from behind his position and is just like looking down at the at all of the treasure and just picking bits up and going, "Wow, this is I've never seen. Oh, wow,
you-
this is amazing."
Would you stop doing that? Let's get moving. We can come back for it later. It's not going to disappear.
Orson, you're going crazy, dude.
Awesome, thank you
Oh
so
my
much.
Damn, Orson. Yo.
Yeah.
Wow! What the hell, dude?
Oh my gosh.
What's going on?
We should make this guy a
Orson
mod.
has just gifted a whole bunch of tier 1 subs.
Yeah, people. Yeah, I'm. Wow. Okay, I have to focus now. This is. This is. Wow. Okay.
Earn that bank.
Right.
Yes.
Right. Earn the
For
money.
sure.
All right,
Okay,
people.
you lot.
All right, let's go. Let's go. And as I say that, I deflate back to my normal size.
So he
Okay.
returns to dwarf
Where are we?
Oh,
size.
thank you.
What are we? But all of this, there's so much here. Why don't we just try and I mean,
Okay, consider this, Leith. We'll have more hands to take it back up upstairs when we have 2 more people, if we manage to bring them back.
Oh yes, yes. Good idea. Lead the way.
After you, Mr. Brixton.
Okay, so which way are you
Very
going?
much.
Which way are you going?
You're-
Where the spiders went.
You're going to follow the spiders. All right. All right then. So you continue on in the direction beyond the treasure ship. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah.
Okay. Leaving the huge pile of treasure and money and gold and gems and stuff right where it is, right?
The huge pile of money and treasure. And
You know, when
gems
you
right where
say
is.
it like that,
That's
say it
exactly
like-
what I was thinking.
Yeah, someone is dragging Leith by the collar, and he's just going, but
And you
all
know, it's
this money.
the most surprising thing is it's Milford doing that. Is that it's Milford dragging you past the treasure? I think everyone.
Yes.
Do you think you guys need to make a wisdom saving throw to see whether you can really just do that? I don't know.
you know, that's a very good point. And I think what was it, Orson D?
And
You gave me an
Adric-
AC of 20
Adric,
on
your
that.
DC is 20. Yeah, this is an open
Okay,
check.
cool.
This is an open check. If anyone wants to spend,
I
any of
got a
the-
17.
you fail. Adric's not going anywhere.
Yeah, no, gentlemen. Let's have a wee look amongst the treasure. There might be something useful here.
If we're gonna have a
I
Yes.
rolled a wisdom saving throw, but I don't think it mattered too much to this situation. But it was a 13.
It was a 13. That was also okay. Yeah, I mean, you
if
could,
we're gonna have a wee look amongst the treasure, be careful for traps and things like that. You know, I know this legend. You see, there are these things that make themselves look like chests or something like that, and they can come and eat you. I hear it's only a legend, but let's
So
be
you're
careful.
You're trying to tell me that there are creatures that mimic chests.
That's what I hear. It's a legend, though. It's a legend.
I've never seen one. I've never heard of it. I don't believe you. Why would they just sit around in a dungeon waiting on the chance that someone would walk in? Doesn't make any sense.
So they can
You
eat
could
more.
system down here.
Post magic, Mr. Edric.
Well,
Post
think
magic.
about it like this. Think about it like this, Adric. how many people have come before us and suddenly disappeared down these tunnels?
There's plenty of rational explanations for that. Cave-ins, giant spiders, a rogue god. Plenty of rational, normal explanations.
Well, I see none of you is interested in doing what you said you were going to do. So shall we get going if you're not interested in having a look at the treasure?
Well, as we're having this discussion, I'm rifling through the treasure.
All right. First of all, I'll get everyone to make a perception check.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Perception check.
Perception
I'm not
check.
great at those.
I've never
rolling
seen you
like
guys
balls
roll a
tonight.
check so fast. That's got to be the fastest check I've ever seen.
18.
Wow.
Perception.
Okay, Adric, 17. Leith, 18.
Adric 7.
Oh, wait, Adric was a 7.
cannot
I'm
find
sorry.
it.
Leith is a
Yeah, I can't find anything but like fucking naga bones.
14.
14. Okay. All right. Leith, you find this huge belt. It's this massive girdle that looks like, obviously, it's a giant-sized girdle, and it's wrapped in bands of gold and silver. It has giant Austorian runes written on it, which you can't read, but you know that Adric can read them.
Mr. Edric, what might this
yes,
be
sir.
for? What might this be?
I'm gonna roll an investigation, see if I know what this is.
Okay,
It's
well,
a chastity
you
belt,
can
know.
read the runes on it. Can you not, Adric?
Oh, I hadn't seen the runes. I'll read the runes.
Okay.
But my
That's a
investigation also
chastity
got
belt,
22.
you know.
It says, Anim's strength be with you.
Oh.
And
This
huge.
here says, Adam's strength be with you.
And you're holding it when
know.
you say that, right?
Yeah, right in front of me.
Right. It starts to shrink down.
Oh my! You should look at that. That's mighty fancy. Yeah,
And
that's a
it's-
good find, Leith.
Remarkably, it's about your size now.
Fine. Oh. Oh, terribly sorry, Leith. Did you want this back? Or it looks like it would fit me just fine.
No, it's probably of more use to you anyway.
Well, it looks like you've shrunk it. It's probably no good now.
That's mighty kind of you. I'm just gonna wrap it around my petite, thick waist.
At least you didn't put it through the coloured swash. At least it hasn't gone pink.
Okay.
There is that.
So you put it on?
Absolutely.
Okay. You suddenly start feeling very strong indeed. Your strength is just kind of pumped up to about 21, in fact.
Oi! That's a mighty good find. I'm feeling fit. That snake did not. That snake was worth nothing. And what was it called? I'm just going to add it to my thing from the my equipment stuff now.
Adrian cast invisibility. Where did he go?
Adrian's gone.
True that. Where did Adrian go? He didn't even say anything. He just vanished. Maybe he's quit. Is he coming back?
I think he's still got his headphones on.
Maybe
so
he's
no,
back in a moment.
he's just jealous.
He posted
that
in the
didn't get-
chat. Oh, he's taken a giant, huge, enormous piss. And we
can't
can
say-
say bad things about Adrian while
You
he's
can't
not
say
here.
that on television. Okay, so what you've got, Adric, please add to your inventory a belt of giant strength, please.
Sorry, I missed that.
It's a belt of giant strength. This is a belt of hill giant strength.
Brilliant. Thank you very much.
No, that definitely wasn't a rage quit.
Yeah, we thought you might have rage quit there for a minute, Max, or possibly just left the stream altogether. We weren't sure.
No, my 9 drinks in really hit me all at once.
That's still wearing off. Okay.
Yeah, hey, 9 drinks. Technically 10. I don't count the 10th though. It wasn't really much.
Bathroom break with headphones on. He has to see a man about a horse, right? Yeah, I hear that. Okay, so Who else got perception checks? Let's see. Adrix, yours was a 22 for investigation. Going back through the list here. Perception check for Leith. That was Leith, wasn't it?
I was 18.
Milford, what did you get for yours? Was a 14.
14.
A 14. Okay, Milford. You notice there's a hammer actually sticking out of the treasure over one side of the ship. There's a handle just sticking out with runes written all over it. Very similar to the runes on the last thing that you saw him pick up. In fact, basically when you saw that, you went, "Oh, that's the same as that. Ah, I know what that is."
Yeah. He pulls it out slowly but carefully.
All right. Well, you realise that you can't pull it out. Not easily. It's huge.
Okay.
Master Brixton, do you need a hand there?
I could do it one, yes, Mr. Muscles.
I will. You know, this weak garment here has given me a whole lot of energy. So I'm going to walk on over.
For it.
Going to walk on over and help him.
All right.
And this belt, in addition to my frost rune, gives me a plus what is it? That would be a +6 to strength.
What's your total strength now?
Total without the frost rune, which lasts for 10 minutes, that would be about 21.
Yeah.
With the frost rune, that gives me a. Let me just double check it. Frost rune. You gain a +2 bonus to all ability checks and saving throws that use strength or constitution. So if I'm using strength for this, I gain a +2 for that. So that would bring me to a +7.
All right. So let's make a strength check to pull this thing out of the treasure and see if we can lift it. It's massive.
Right.
That was a 21.
21. Okay. You do pull it out. And now you can read the runes on the side of it. And you can see the symbol of lightning and thunder on the side of the hammer.
That's a mighty fine hammer we've got here. Here you go, Mr. Brixton.
It's
The kind of thing for your people, though.
Oh, well, I've already received one gift. That's mighty kind. I never thought you'd. No, I graciously accept it.
Oh, excellent. That way you'll be in front when something big and mean comes.
Aren't I always?
Not really, no.
Hey. Russell, what is this? What is this thing with the hammer? What am I reading on it?
okay. Well, it has sigil, which is a lightning rune, on the side of it, and you know the pronunciation of this word in Ostorian, you believe, but you're not sure exactly. You're not sure exactly. It's got a huge rectangular head, covered in dragon kind of shapes and serpentine engravings on this massive warhammer's head, and the haft of it is wrapped in metal thread, like silver thread or something to that effect. Does it make sense?
Yeah, no, I got a good picture in my head.
Yeah.
I'll I guess I'll wield it then. I imagine I'll have to sit in a tune for a little bit.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'll keep looking around.
Keep
Yeah, I
looking
guess-
around.
Continue with the dig through.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, first of all, there is an immense amount of gold and silver. There is more gold and silver than you can carry.
Yeah.
You could literally pocket as much as you can carry. Whatever your encumbrance limit is, that's how much gold there is that you can carry.
I am gonna find something to put the gold in.
Wow. Awesome. You're a legend.
Yeah, mate.
Yeah.
Look, thank you, mate. So good of you.
I'm gonna find something to put the gold in and then put it in a safe place so I can come back and get it.
Okay, well, it's right here. It wasn't going anywhere.
Russell, I rolled an 18, but I don't think it came up on the thing.
Oh, you did not. No, it did not
on
come
the
up.
log because for some reason D&D Beyond does not like me.
No. Okay. You find.
I don't know. I mean, if I found what's happening. Sorry. Yes. Continue.
Right. Well, Adrian, what you notice is the cover of some sort of book. It's a huge tome, and of course, your mind is sort of, you have a predilection towards seeing and finding things like tomes and books. That's what your mind looks for. Those are the patterns that you recognize among chaos. And so you see the sort of edges of this tome, and you go over to investigate, and you realize that it's some kind of leather, the cover of this thing, and it's about the size of a large dining table.
Oh.
And as you move around it, you realize there's a massive metal lock on one side of it as well.
Oh. Awesome. Mr. Brixton.
Yes, sir. How can I help you?
He said Brixton, not you.
Oh, pardon.
Yes.
Pardon.
You're a little confused.
Also,
today.
Mr. Fogdar, if you'd care to help as well.
I was calculating gold, and I heard a Mr. It's like, oh, must be me.
Hamir comes over towards you, by the way. Adrian was leaning on his staff. What have you found there, Adrian? What's this?
It's a very big tome.
Ah.
Put a lock on it, so unless we've got a specific, unless we've got an arcane way of opening it up, I was going to ask Mr. Brixton if he didn't happen to have any tools on his person that could help leverage the lock open.
Yes, Brixton, can you get in there? He taps it with his staff. He taps the lock. Dunk, dunk.
Not if you break the damn lock, I don't.
I don't imagine I could break that monstrous thing.
All right, just let me look at it now. I'm trying to pick locks. Okay, now. And he looks around it very carefully.
All right, you will have disadvantage on picking this lock, first of all, because your tools are very small and its lock is very big.
Disadvantage. Oh. Okay. Hang on. Fuck yeah. Okay. Right. Right click.
Awesome D said, Milford is tiny.
Disadvantage. 15.
Okay, that was with disadvantage.
Yep.
Hang on, let me see. It was indeed. Okay. Well, you're messing around with it, and all right. There's suddenly a flash of light that emits from the side of this lock, and you are knocked back about 20 feet in the air. And anyone standing near you, that would be Adrian, I'm assuming, and probably Hamir, are about to take 9 points of force damage. Oof. So you three go flying. And there's a flash of light. There's this kind of a wave that passes across the room. By the time it reaches the rest of you guys who are a little bit further away, it's dissipated somewhat, but you still feel it kind of pass through you and around you as the air is shifted in the room. Even some of the treasure kind of moves and shifts, and then over one of the piles of treasure, actually there's a small avalanche of coins that come sliding down it from the shock wave.
Oh, not again.
Hey, Mr. Brixton, was that one of the mimics?
What's that you say? I can't hear.
I said, I'm not going to be like digging through the gold to find him. I said, was that one of the things that looks like a treasure chest?
No, it had some kind of magical thing on it, I think. Ow.
Mop.
Mr. Ethan.
You want Do you want I should try again?
Absolutely. Let me just get further away.
Here we go.
Or I start backing up.
All right, Milford, you've taken 9 points of force damage. You've got typically what? How many hit points? 23 hit points, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll give it another go.
All right.
I don't really think that'd be an entirely smart idea at this point.
No, it's gonna go again. Yes.
9, 12.
You rolled a
12.
12?
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
Boom! This time I do a dodge.
You take another 9 points of force damage,
Okay.
and you go
What's
flying
actually-
backwards.
What's actually pushing him?
It's a spell. You don't know.
Oh,
There's a flash of
I
light.
make an Arcana check.
All right, make an Arcana check.
That thing just doesn't like me, you know.
I think I rolled an 18.
An 18.
So 13 plus 5.
Okay. You've heard of certain types of wards on locks and things, and in books and such, that can cause explosions and stuff. It seems to be something a bit like that. Although you're assuming this is some kind of ancient, forgotten Astorian magic. This might not be something that anybody today can even make.
Ooh.
I'd say that's worth, a day or two of good studying. See if we can crack that open.
And
Yes,
incidentally,
I think maybe we should leave it to the...
I will also add that at this point, the amount of shock waves that have blasted around here in the last minute or so has caused all of the treasure that was sitting on top of it to shift. And now you can see that the cover of this tome is made out of some kind of leather. And you can make anyone who's looking at it right now?
Brookston is.
I probably would have walked up around this point, maybe.
Leith is too
Yeah, I would.
Leith is too busy scooping up handfuls of gold coins and just putting them in his pouch.
Okay. So I will have a wisdom saving throw for anybody looking at the cover of the book.
Wisdom.
Yep.
Thank God I'm proficient. That didn't
And I
help.
got a 21.
21.
Wisdom.
Okay, you're good.
Wisdom. Here it is. No,
I got an 8.
Okay, Adrian, you got an 8.
I
Bubsy
got a
B,
9.
You got a
a
9.
aquatic meat Twinkie is what we just murdered just a few seconds ago with the bones. That's what remains of the aquatic meat Twinkie.
Okay.
I kind of like Buzzlebee's explanation. It's amenity.
Adrian and Milford suddenly both just scream. Both of you guys are subjected to the frightened condition as you realize that on the cover of this book is a huge face that has just turned and looked at you. Its eyes have opened and it's looked at you. It's something between a giant and some kind of abyssal, possibly Nothic kind of creature or something from the far realm. You don't know what it is.
It's looking at us.
What's looking at us? Where?
It's got a face on it. It's got a face on it.
The giant
What does-
book thing.
Mr. Brixton.
Book.
Mr. Brixton.
Yes.
You're in this group. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Can I
It's
flip
got
over
a
the book to hide the face?
You passed your saving throw, so yes, you can make a strength check to do that
Cool.
because it's quite big.
He's got the
Okay,
book.
I
Don't
got an-
forget.
I have an 11. I think by now, after all the digging and searching and looking around, maybe my frost rune's probably
Worn off.
evaporated.
Yeah,
Yeah, worn off by now.
yeah, it's
So I got that's a flat 11.
yeah, it's pretty heavy, and it seems to be wedged under some stuff too, making it difficult to move. You
No,
could-
that's a no-go. Yeah, that's one heavy.
And you're trying
Damn.
not to look at it. By the way, Adrian and Milford, you are at disadvantage for any saving throws or skill checks for the next 10 minutes.
Oh, great. Okay.
Very good.
Anyone else?
I'm immediately going to turn away from it.
All right.
Just through our initial perception checks to find things in the piles of gold, I did a 7, and I don't know if we went through what happened there. I know I did get 2 things, but I was hoping I could give something to somebody else.
Right. You don't find anything. You see that there's a number of boxes here. There's a number of very large boxes. They're giants' chests, so they're freaking huge, right? But they're covered in coins and treasure. You see a harp, you see various weapons sticking out of the treasure, swords and axes, large items like that, several shields. In fact, there's a number of brooches. What else have we got in here? You see a helm, a number of metal rivets, javelin heads, arrow heads. There's a big shield kind of sticking out.
I think maybe one of the brooches would grab my attention, maybe.
Yeah, they're quite large. Sort of, anywhere from this size to the size of a shield, of a normal shield. The shields are like the size of, large dining tables, possibly the round table of Camelot kind of size.
Okay, so not feasible to carry, even in my 10-foot form.
Not easily, no. These are things that you would probably need a team of people to come down here with, possibly horses or something.
All right. Gentlemen, how are you all doing besides scared witless?
Okay.
I'm fine. There's lots of money here.
There
Adrian is scratching it into his book from memory, the face that he saw.
Okay. All right, so Adrian has just kind of gone all internalized. He's become very disassociated to the outside at present. Milford, how are you dealing with all of that right now?
I'm just keeping well away from it.
All right.
He didn't like it at all.
Do you need a hug, Mr. Brixton?
No, thank you. But thank you anyway.
Anytime. The offer's open to the rest of you, too.
No, thank you, but thank you for the offer.
I appreciate your consideration.
All right, Milford, you see a shadow move on the far side of the room.
I try and signal to my nearest person.
And who will that be? That's probably Adrian at this point, because you guys were standing close together and you were looking at the box. Or it could be Adric, because he's also there, but he failed he made his saving throw. So, you guys are in the vicinity of one another. You can choose. Adric?
All right. Adric.
Yes, sorry. I
Will
was
you
reading
stop
the chat.
looking? Stop reading the chat, will you? Shadow over that way.
Oh, yeah. That's not good.
Oh, it's never good when there's a shadow over that way. I'll go and see if I can get closer to it.
I'd offer to help, but all this chainmails, it's a bit loud.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But I appreciate the warning. I'll keep post with these gentlemen.
Okay, I'll go and have a look. Take my sword out and stealthily go and have a look.
All right. So make a stealth check,
Stealth,
please.
stealth.
Bubsy B apparently says it's him. He's hiding. He or she, I don't know. He, she, other options possible also.
14.
14, all right. So you make your stealth check and you slink into the shadows and you begin moving between the stele to the next chest to a large axe that's sticking out of the side of the treasure.
Yep. I'll watch above too.
Okay, you look above. All right, make me a perception check, please, Melford.
Perception. Ah, there it is. Isn't it nice when it comes up? When you
Yeah,
want-
Aquatic Meat Twinkie. We're
Wow.
playing at level 3 currently.
17.
17. All right. One moment, please. Okay, so you get a 17, and that's your perception check. You look up and you see a large spider descending from the ceiling above you.
Okay. Arrow up its ass.
All right. I'm going to have an initiative check from you, please. Initiative. You might as
Initiative,
well.
hang on.
You all might as well roll initiative.
Hang on. Yeah. Initiative.
Boom! 20.
20.
5.
21, actually.
All right.
Initiative.
Just please, someone record these. I need to just quickly.
Yep, I'm doing so.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Steve.
I appreciate that.
Yep.
15 for initiative.
Well,
Very good.
15 for Mr. Brixton. And Adrian,
I got a 20.
20. Still coming in close.
All right.
Yeah,
good.
we're
Okay, so Milford what's his initiative?
15.
15. Adrian,
20.
20. Leith,
21.
21. Adric,
5.
5. And Hamir. Wow, okay. And you get a big fat. Oh dear. Okay. Well, the spider seems to think it's got the drop on you, and it hasn't realised that you've seen it.
Russell,
Yes.
Russell, I'm not sure. I might have been lagging out a little bit, but I said 21.
Yep, I got that.
Oh, you got that? Okay, good.
Yep, I got that.
All I heard you say was the 1, so.
Yep, no worries. Okay, cool. So, at this point, you guys haven't seen it. So even though you've got high initiative score, Leith, you haven't seen the spider.
Nope.
Milford has seen it. Do you pass this on to them, or you just knock an arrow?
Yep.
Yes.
I do a whistle to Mr. Muscles,
Okay, so you whistle, so everybody will hear the whistle, I assume.
and I point up and get my bow ready to shoot it.
Okay.
I'll look up and see this thing.
All right. At that point, Leith, you have initiative.
Yep. What is it?
It's a big spider. It's a giant black
Oh,
spider.
Right.
It looks
okay.
like the type of spider that the drow were using as mounts earlier.
I'll cast a hex on it
All right.
and fire a firebolt.
All right. So you cast a hex. All right. So that's going to be concentration and a firebolt.
Yep.
Roll to hit with
I
your
rolled a
firebolt.
16 on the firebolt.
16 on the firebolt. That is going to hit. Roll your damage with your firebolt, please.
1 point on the firebolt, so it kind of just goes.
Okay, so you kind of singe the leg hairs of the spider slightly.
Plus another 4 necrotic damage from the
Okay,
hex.
so it's 5 points of damage. All right, altogether. All right, very good. Adrian.
You said I was frightened,
Yes, you are currently frightened
Yes.
at the moment. Yeah, that's true.
so that's. I think disadvantage. It's disadvantage on ability and attack rolls while in line of sight of the thing causing the fear.
That would be true. That would be true. So, are you still in line of sight of the thing causing the fear? The book, the cover?
I did say I turned my back and just started scribbling it in my book.
Right, that's true. Okay, you can make a saving throw, please. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Come on. 21.
21. Okay, you overcome your fear at that point.
Awesome.
Yes,
Still,
Milford, you're also under fear, aren't you? That's
Yeah.
true. I didn't. You have to remember these things. You can't go and make
I
any
got
stealth checks and
disadvantage
stuff.
ready here.
All right. Okay then. So, Adrian, are you going to make an attack?
yes, I am still rather skittish from the thing
Yep.
looking up at the spider. I was, and throw the most damaging thing I can. I'm gonna second level ice knife.
All right. Second level ice knife. All right.
Does
Shoot
a
to kill.
23 hit?
23 does hit.
Okay, so it takes 8 points of piercing damage, and can it also make a dexterity saving throw?
It fails.
It fails a 13.
It does.
Awesome, and then it also takes 12 cold damage as the ice knife explodes.
All right. So, how much is that in total?
That was, I believe that was 20. 8
Ooh.
from the piercing and 12 from the cold.
All right. Very good.
Impressive.
Hamir takes a shot at it with a firebolt, but he misses quite drastically. His firebolt goes winding off into the ceiling and does nothing effectual. Milford, it's now your turn with your bow.
With disadvantage and that.
Yep, attack with disadvantage, please, with your
Ah,
bow.
crap you. Bugger. Hang on, I'm being stupid. Go away, it's all going stupid in my area. Short.
Did you roll your second level damage? You did.
I did. I rolled a 4, 6, and a 2.
Okay,
So it was a total of 12.
right.
But thank you, Super
missed.
Fun Club. For...
Yep.
Missed
Okay.
it was a 9.
All right, Milford, you missed. Never mind, but thank you for playing. Adric, your turn, sir.
So at this point, is it still like kind of spidering down from the? Okay, so I'm going to run up next to Milford. I have 25 feet movement speed. How far away is Milford from me?
Milford is about. He's 22 feet from you.
I'm going to run 22 feet. I'm going to save those precious 3 feet for later.
3 feet.
And is the spider close enough for me to bat it away with my hammer? Maybe. Or do I have to throw something at it?
At this point, you'd have to throw something at it.
Cool. I'm going to huck one of my hand axes at it.
All right, roll to hit with your hand axe, please.
That is a mighty 24.
24 definitely hits, and basically it had 1 hit point, so you can tell me what happens.
Well, I think maybe there's a bit of that giant magic residing or still mingling within me, and it's made a lovely cocktail with the belt of hell giant strength. So I huck this thing with such strength that it cleaves the spider in two, and it just on either side of us.
Okay, and there's this moment as the two halves of the spider fall in slow motion on either side of Milford. It's quite disgusting. Yeah, grody.
Is Milford covered in juice?
Milford, make a dexterity saving throw at disadvantage, please.
No, let me answer that. Of all the bloody things you could have done, I don't like to wear my spiders, you know.
You're welcome. I just saved your life. You're about to be spider dinner.
What are you whining about now, Brixton? What is it this time?
Well,
He's
Mr. Brixton.
deeply ungrateful that I just saved his life.
I just got this on me, you know.
That's a mighty cleave, thank you. I'm quite proud of myself for that.
Spider juice,
I'll do a few.
indeed.
I'll do a few prestidigitations and start puffing off the spider juice from Brixton.
Now,
He's-
while
And
he's
more
training, I'm gonna
importantly,
go-
what are we going to do now? Are we going to try and save our compatriots from the drow slavers? Or are we going to wallow about here among this gold? It doesn't belong to us. It belongs to the Order.
That is an excellent, excellent voice, my friend Hamir. And I think we should go after our compatriots. How do you gentlemen feel?
Brixton's on his way.
All right, so Brixton just starts walking. Okay.
Yeah.
Brixton, what you're approaching is a pile of rubble in front of you, right? It rises up about 10 feet and it piles up and over into this gap that looks like something's essentially a wall has been smashed here, and there's this kind of irregular shaped hole, and it's about 60 feet in diameter, like a semicircle arch, except that it's very irregular and broken. And beyond that, darkness.
I'll have a stealthy look through the irregular hole.
All right, so you're going to make a stealth check and climb
Yeah,
up
hang
to
on,
the side
hang
of the
on, hang on.
to,
Yep.
to peek over.
Yeah, I am stealth.
I am
Stealth.
stealth.
I am stealth.
I am.
Knight.
was born in the stealth, molded by it.
Molded by it. I did not
Oh,
see the
by
light until I was
I
already a man.
Gillian
I
Anderson.
said,
What's your name? Tell everybody.
21.
21. Wow. Okay. you
Stealth.
you are stealth. You are the darkness. Hello, darkness, my old friend, as Lycordia says. Is that how you say your name, Lycordia? You climb up to the top of the rubble and you peek over the side, and you can see this pathway continues down, and there are two very tall walls on either side that seem to be carved with ancient, giant images, and on either side these massive edifices, and you see these giants standing there with weapons and shields and in various poses along either side of these walls, these engravings, and it just goes on until off into the darkness. And the floor itself, you notice there's more spider droppings from those giant spiders and what have you, and you see a web in one corner among the rubble.
Keep away from the web.
Oh, more spiders.
I move stealthily and slowly through your description,
Okay.
and I look for spiders that might be on the roof or wherever spiders may be, but I'm still being very stealthy.
All right. Okay. So you start moving very carefully forward through this space. I'll get you to make a perception check now. Where are the rest of you guys? Are you in tow here, or are you further back? Are you waiting for him to come back to you, or what?
probably. Oh, you go first, Leith.
Yeah, Hamir sort of barked an order about not touching the money, not touching the treasure. So Leith is kind of like, oh, all right, and charged on forward. So following on behind Milford.
Did you use the word charge on Ford? Stealth wasn't very good that time. 3.
Super Mighty Fan Club, Mighty Knight Fan Club. You'll have to explain yourself in a little bit more detail. I'm not sure what you mean.
No, he wants a player to actually eat a ghost pepper and keep playing.
Ah, right. Right. I would put that over to you guys. My camera's just run out of battery, so I'm going to switch the batteries. Give me one moment.
That's not a problem. I mean, I'd be open to eating ghost peppers on camera if I wasn't absolutely certain that chat would just choose me.
I would also I would do it for charity.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Well, actually, you know what? I wouldn't do it for charity. I wouldn't do it at all. I think that's
I'm going
frickin'
for a while,
stupid.
gentlemen. I will be back.
But you guys can go for your life.
I'm not so great with hot spice,
I'm
But
pretty
that's-
good with hot spice.
but that probably
had a
puts a target on my head as well.
I've had a ghost pepper before. It's pretty. Oh, I had ghost pepper sauce, so I imagine it's weaker than the pure thing. And that was pretty bad on its own. Yeah.
It's still pretty bad. Yeah. I
Damn.
think the chat has moved on now. They're wanting us to show ass for 1,000 electrums. So
Yeah, that's not
Show
gonna happen.
ass.
Make it 10 electrums.
whoa,
Instead of 10k.
that's pretty cheap.
Pretty cheap.
I have missed the thing about showing. Oh yes, 1,000 electrum show ass.
Yep.
Yeah, there it is.
I'll do it for 10 electrum. I won't do it for 10 electrums, chat. I swear to God, I was in jest. This is a family show.
This is a family show.
This should be a family show.
It's mostly a family show.
It was mostly a
Kind
family
of
show.
a
95%.
I mean, okay,
70.
what 5% of the show is not family? I ask you.
The spider poop?
Well, you know that. Okay. So, poop is an integral part of any family.
Yes.
Kids shit. Everybody shits.
I
you know,
think
poop is always funny.
the interacting and the deep description of it, maybe that may be it. Not not inherently the poop itself.
This is my backup
No.
camera,
In detail,
but
see a little wing poking out, that
trying
kind
to
of
get the other
thing.
one to work.
There is
Yeah.
Russell.
Poop
What's
to
that
the effect of what we were chatting about the last episode when I was like, yes, the spider shit's pretty fresh, etc.
All right,
Getting a
I'm
good
just gonna
Yeah,
come here
maybe
for a minute.
that. Or someone suggested the graphic dismembering detail of the spider.
The graphic.
That wouldn't pass on a kid show.
I mean,
You
it
split
wasn't
it in
quite-
half and all its juices go everywhere.
Yeah, not the
Wasn't-
actual dismembering of the spider. Definitely.
Yeah, because everyone knows spiders are just full of Twinkie juice, and that's fine.
Twinkie juice. Twinkie
It's-
I thought
juice.
those
the
were manatees.
It's
I thought manatees
it's the-
were made out of Twinkie juice.
manatees and spiders are so closely interlinked, but so manatees are where Twinkie juice, the Twinkie main product comes from. Twinkie juice is an off-run
Right.
of what makes a Twinkie.
Right. Okay. Oh, someone suggested that Milford is the R18.
Milford is the R18. I wager Milford is the sexiest of the four of us.
Yeah, well, that's a given, really.
I mean, especially
100%.
when you've heard the things about Milford Brixton that you have heard.
Why? My camera no worky. It no worky. I have to switch back to my webcam. Never mind.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh
no.
no. Never mind.
Ah,
no.
Goodness gracious.
Oh well.
Dearest
Okay.
Barry, where have you
Here we
gone?
are. He might be
Didn't
taking
say it was going to
Oh,
be
there it
out.
is.
a bio break.
I didn't hear. I was too busy regaling things about whatever the hell I was talking about. I don't remember. I don't listen to myself.
You okay?
just open the
It
mouth.
was either ghost peppers or showing your bum for 10 electrum.
10.
Yeah, I think it was at the 10 electrum that I
We're down
panicked and my
10
brain seized up and I stopped
electrum.
remembering.
Right.
Cut it out.
Oh yeah, for the 10 lecture, my panic brain stopped remembering everything that happened. It was like a trauma response, like when you go to a football match and then somebody throws a punch, you're like, no, I'm not going to remember any of this.
Yeah, thank you, Bubsy B. 1,000 electrum. That's way more appropriate for showing our asses.
Yes, or not at all. It's not at all. The fact that you don't do it whatsoever is not the appropriate part. The appropriate part is that there's a good amount of money, or electrum,
I mean, like,
which is
there's-
also technically money.
I would do worse things for fewer electrum. Not much worse, but worse.
All right. I give up on this camera. I give up. Soon I will have an AC adapter for the other camera, and things will be good. But for now, we shall return to the... Oh no, don't crash. Don't crash! Ah, Zoom's
Thank you,
crashing.
Aquatic Meat Twinkle. I agree. Violence is good. Nudity, bad. Nudity, most bad. Least good.
Oh man, I hope Zoom doesn't crash. That's gonna suck. It says it's not responding. Ah!
Oh, God.
Ah!
Whoa, that might be...
Oh,
That will mess up all the cameras if it does that. Oh, well, I can play by voice for now. How about that?
Oh, be completely mysterious. Yeah,
Yes.
good idea, Ruffy.
Yes, I'm being
Ooh.
mysterious. Okay.
version.
Oh, it came back. All right, so now I'll see if I can...
Huzzah!
What the hell? Did it come back? Did it really? Did it really? Or is it still being fucking silly? Okay, never
I
mind.
don't see you.
I'll give it a chance to get its shit
Alright.
together. Meanwhile, Milford, you've crawled up over the top of the thing. You're looking into the thing with the thing and the blah and the thing and the stuff and the giants on the side and the big walls and the rubble. And you notice there's bones and stuff amongst all of this shit as well, by the way.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Keep going.
Yes.
All right. And I asked everybody else what they were doing. I think I got a bit of a description of that. Did I not? Yeah.
Yeah,
A
I'm,
bit from Leith.
Yeah.
I'm following a bit behind Milford.
Okay.
At a distance.
Yeah, I'm probably with Leith at a distance. But unlike Leith, I have kept up to I think I put about 5,000 gold in my pockets.
Right.
I'm stealthing.
How are you going to limit us from lining our pockets here, Russell?
Because you have only a certain weight limit, and if you turn your encumbrance on, you'll be able to figure that out.
Encumbrance.
Also, on the giant coins like the size of a shield,
Stealth of
Or these-
believing.
or are these gold coins?
There's gold coins, standard gold coins.
Ah, nice.
Weird fact that giants just use regular gold coins as currency, and it was it was
Yeah.
comically weird that they just get tweezers and just have to pay like that.
That's their version of change.
Yeah.
Here's one
Oh.
big one, and then let me hang on.
I've got
Getting there.
47 little golds. Oh, that's a cop. I have to start over.
I
It's
think
$5.99,
my
so
players
you gotta
are
keep
taking
doing
the
that
piss.
99
I think these players are trying to take the piss. I think they shall be punished.
Oh no! Another spider.
No. We're trying to help. We're trying to help.
Another spider.
Encumbrance. How do I turn that on?
I'm actually working. They're taking the piss. I'm working.
Barry, I'm paying utmost attention to you.
I think I have my encumbrance turned on. How can I?
Yeah,
tell?
I've got mine unencumbered currently.
Yeah.
Cool.
In any case, I'm not too concerned about how much gold you're carrying. There's nowhere to spend it here.
I've just put $1 million gold in my weight period, and it hasn't changed my encumbrance at all.
You certainly do not have 1 million gold, that's for
Okay.
sure.
I was just trying
Worth a
something.
try.
Yeah.
Worth a try.
You do,
We could fix that later, Steve. We could fix that later.
you do have an excellent point regarding the size of the coins, and I think that might have to be taken into consideration.
Right.
I think that trying to pocket giant coins is kind of nonsense, that's for sure. Even the smallest of their coins would probably be at least as large as a very large dinner plate. You could put some coins in your bags if you're carrying bags.
Cool.
Would we note these in currency, or would we put them in our?
You might as well put them in your inventory. I think probably better. Because you don't know what they're worth either. That's the thing. You can have you could probably carry, say 10 giant coins each.
Cool.
I'm just going to put that in my notes
Yeah.
rather than anywhere else.
I'm not gonna take 10 giant coins.
Yeah, they will also give you disadvantage on stealth to be carrying this shit around.
I
Really?
don't really have disadvantage. I lose nothing.
Well, they're very rattly.
Oh, true.
I'll be following behind Leith.
I think I'll wait till we come back then.
Yeah,
Yes, I actually have a spell that can help us. I have a spell that will be able to help us carry 500 pounds as in weight, not English currency.
Right.
That could be
But we
very
can
useful.
stock up, and it lasts an hour. So I think it took Mr. Brixton 25 minutes to get to the. It took him
To
an
the exit,
hour
yeah.
there and back. So that was running. So it might just take an hour to get to the exit, which will be the extent of that spell.
No problem.
So I think we should come back to it as long as we're not running for our lives at that point.
Absolutely, yes.
All right.
I continue wrestling.
All right, Barry. Milford Brixton continues down this chamber, down this hallway, and as you get further and further down, you begin to. You can make a perception check for me, please.
Perception. I hate perception. And that would be why I hate perception. Okay, 4.
4. All right. You don't notice anything. You're concentrating on stealthing, and you get to the end of this thing, and you come out into a chamber. It's like a gallery that you're going down, and when you get to the end of this gallery, and it must be 100 feet high. It's higher than your dark vision will penetrate, basically. So it's at least 60 feet high, but definitely more than that because you can see the figures of the giants carved on the walls, and all you can see is up to about their shoulders. So it must go further than that, right?
Yeah.
And the gallery opens up into a much bigger space at the far end, and you see the ruins of some much bigger chamber. And there's some kind of building or something that's been smashed here. There's part of a dome here. It's huge. It's massive, and there's pillars, the bases of these pillars that have crumbled away. And there's a couple of steps that go down amongst these crumbled pillars and such. And as you're going down, you suddenly hear this... coming over from your left-hand side.
And I look over to my left-hand side.
And about 10 feet away, there are 2 huge fucking ogres sitting there having a conversation that haven't noticed you yet.
Okay, drop myself down behind something.
All right, you do that.
Yeah, very much.
I'll follow Milford.
Oh,
Okay, so how far behind Milford are you, Leith?
Probably about 10 feet.
Oh, okay, so you're going to be making stealth checks?
Yep.
All right, make a stealth check, please.
At advantage because of my cloak. 16.
16, all right, very good. All right, anybody else in this little party up at the front?
I'm probably with Adrian and
Hamir?
Hamir, because they're
Alright.
both fairly squishy.
All right. All right, so you're at the back. Very good. Okay. And do any of you speak... Well, okay, Adric, can you make a perception check? How far behind are you guys? Are you guys all... I had the impression Milford was scouting ahead, and you guys were way behind.
Oh, God. I got a 5.
Leith basically got the hurry up because Hamir
Gave him the speech about...
gave him the gave him shits about taking any of the money.
Right, fair enough. Okie dokie then. All right, so Barry, what are you doing here? You're hiding behind a crumbled pillar right now. Leith just comes up next to you. He's stealthed up next to you. He's doing quite well, by the way. You're kind of impressed.
I tap him on the shoulder and point at where the ogres are.
He can hear them too, by the way.
What is that?
Either of you speak giant? I don't think so.
It's an ogre.
Oh,
Am I close enough to hear it?
Are you close enough to hear it? How far back are you? Are you in the gallery yet? Are you moving down that gallery?
I think I'm moving down that long-ass corridor.
Right. Yep, so you're in the gallery. Okay. You can make a perception check at this point.
I rolled one just now, and that was a 5.
Oh, well, then you don't hear anything. I'm afraid not.
Humming to myself.
Perhaps, Adric, you would
Is
like to tell us
my-
why you failed that check.
I'm probably just humming to myself because I'm feeling that I'm quite happy with my new belt and this otherwise unknown hammer on my back and the 10 giant coins in my backpack.
Right.
I believe my comprehend languages is still up
Okay.
from when I tried to overhear the drow. So could I make a perception?
You can make a perception check. Yeah.
I got an 8.
Oh wow. You can understand. No, you can't. No. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No. Sorry. Unfortunately, nobody understands what's going on, and only Leith and Milford are currently aware of the ogres. The others are kind of wandering along, going, "Wow, look at these huge shit on the side." Blah blah blah.
Leaf. Go
Yes?
back. Go back.
oh,
Go back
but
and get the
I-
others. Tell them about the.
oh, sure, yes. And I'll sneak back to the others.
All right, you sneak back to the others. Very
Oh
good.
my god.
Leith, what have you found ahead?
There's ogres back there.
Oh, that's not good.
How
Right,
many?
well.
How many? Oh, well, he saw them.
How many, Leaf?
How many did I see? I'm not sure. Two.
Okay,
They were
that's
quite-
too many. What should we do?
Actually,
they were quite big.
just a moment, Leith. Did you even see them? Because you snuck up next to where Milford was. Milford saw them and
I
ducked
didn't.
back.
I don't think so. No, I didn't
Right.
see. I'm not sure, but I heard some voices.
You heard two voices.
Okay, that definitely means at least more than one. That's not good. What should we? What's the plan? I assume Brixton sent you back here with a plan.
No, he just told me to come and tell you.
Okay, good. Typical Brixton.
Uh,
I suppose we should hide.
Oh, you
Um,
could-
Are we wanting to face these things?
or maybe we want to get closer just in case. I'm not sure.
Yes, it's not a bad idea.
That's not too terrible of an idea. We could see if we can sneak past them if we follow our route that Mr. Brixton lays out for us.
Yes.
Yes.
And yes, maybe one that might disguise the clanging of certain metal.
My chainmail, yes,
Yes.
I'm aware.
Okay, Russell.
Yes, sir.
What do I think the odds are of me being able to sneak behind these? Well, one of them and take him out with his brother thing.
Take it out.
Yes.
You don't know. You don't really know. You don't know whether or not you're. I mean, if you got a. If it was asleep, you could certainly just stick your short sword in the base of its skull or something like that and probably assassinate it. But as they're both alive and awake, that will be tricky. First of all, because you won't be able to reach the base of their skull. You'd have to jump on them to do that. And you could slip and fall if you were to try that. You know, you're good at acrobatics and you have lots of parkour type skills. So, you know, there is a chance of that. But being able to kill one in a single blow, you'd have to be very, very lucky.
Okay. All right. Can I get? Do I think we can get past them?
Well, you know that you could probably get past them, and Leith might be able to get past them too because he's wearing a cloak of elven kind. And he seems to be pretty good at stealthing lately. However, as for Adric, you're pretty certain he won't be able to stealth past them, and Adrian could go either way. And as for your friend Hamir, he doesn't seem like the stealthy sort. I mean, he is a somewhat wizened fellow, leaning on a staff, a little bit injured, still a bit sickly.
I haven't got any of that poison we mentioned on me, have I?
You were given a vial of poison by one of the wizards at the entrance point above the city, if you recall.
Okay. All right.
So using your poison, you might have a chance.
Yeah. Okay. I put it on my knife.
But bear in mind, you're only going to get one attack on one of these creatures, and there's two of them.
Okay. Well, I'm thinking that the guys might get here for that second one. See?
They might.
I'm hoping. Yes.
So
They might.
So your plan is to take the gamble that they will turn up, and rather than discuss this with them prior to trying to assassinate one of the two huge, scary, giant ogres. Just putting this in perspective.
Just while he's thinking about that, at the back of my mind, I'm thinking, I'm sure he's got this. Heck, we could probably just leave. Just thinking about it.
Brixton always does have a backup plan.
And I hate to pick on you, Barry, but you're out of shot again. I need you to move back into the camera.
Oh, sorry. When I feel like I'm talking to the guys, I'm leaning forward to them all the time. Okay. All right. What I'm going to do is stealth back.
Yep.
And stop everybody.
All right.
Tell them that there are definitely two ogres.
All right, that's not good.
And the stealthiest of us, if we're going to hit them, should hit them first. Because there's no way pointing at certain people that they're going to be able to stealth past them.
Who? Oh, myself. Yeah, all right. Thank you very much.
Ogres, is it now?
Yes.
Tedious.
Were they eating?
They did seem to be eating, yes.
Okay. I got an idea now. I'm going to put their poison in their food.
Right.
That's not a bad idea.
All right. But you lot get ready. I'll go and try and put the poison in the food then because I'll use the cloak.
All right. So, open skill check. Does anyone want to spend any electrum from the audience on setting a DC for Milford's poison attempt?
Oh, come on, guys. Be nice to Milford.
Yep. We just got one.
We got
It's
one. It's going to be
17.
17. So you need to make a stealth check, and you need to get 17.
Oh, come on. Don't
You can do it,
like me.
Brixton.
While,
Do it, Brixton.
while Bubsleby is saving up for ass.
That's not on the menu, for God's sake.
I don't know.
10. I got 10.
Ooh, okay. So, Milford Brixton, you go sneaking back in there again with your poison.
Yep.
And you've got it ready to pour into the food, right? That's your plan.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's your real what is the plan really? What's the details of this plan?
Well, they're busy talking to each other.
Yeah, and they're sitting down and they're eating huge chunks of giant spider right now.
And the bits of spider they're eating all over the place.
Nom nom nom. Yep.
Okay.
There's
Well,
bits of leg on the floor.
I'll go round behind one and use him as literal cover. And as he's eating, I'll pour some on his food while he's still talking to his other mate.
All right. And as you're moving behind him, and I'm going to assume that you go up on top of the broken pillar behind him. Basically, you climb up there behind him.
Yeah.
And they're having this conversation, and Suddenly, the one that you're about to lean over and pour the poison onto him, he just reaches up and grabs your neck. And he pulls you down and slams you on the rocks in front of him. You can make a dex saving throw to avoid that.
Okay.
Just while we've got this.
Can I use my? Okay. I was going to say, can I use my parkour to avoid that?
That's what you're doing.
Dex.
Yeah, it's a dex saving throw. Leith, what were you saying? Sorry.
It was Steve saying to Russell, just while we've got this moment, your ogre, chef's kiss.
Thank you, sir.
12.
12. All right. I'm going to let you take half damage because I'm kind.
Super Midnight Fan Club, he did not heal from the exploding chest. We did not take a short rest.
You did not take
No,
any
none of
rest.
us did.
So that's 7 points of damage on top of what you had. Milford, I'm going to say you're unconscious.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Your poison also is now wasted as well. It's spilled all over the ground. Smashed. You hear these voices coming from up ahead.
Gentlemen, I think Mr. Brixton's plan has gone awry.
That
you.
sounded quite bad.
I'm fairly sure that's a huge fuck you in Giant.
Right.
What do you think we should do now, then? Do we save him or do we leave him? Perhaps we should cut our losses and be gone.
Oh, no, it's Mr. Brixton. We should definitely go and help him.
He seems a little reckless to me. Seems like it might be he's more of a liability to us than an asset at this point, don't you think? Saving him could cost us our lives.
Potentially. However, keep in mind that he has been scouting for us this entire time.
Yes, he has, and making dangerous decisions on our behalves.
I feel like a loss of Brixton would increase the chances of death rather than a kept Brixton.
I definitely agree with you there.
I'm in agreement.
Well then, you go ahead. I'll stand back here and I'll tell you if there's any spiders come up behind us all.
You are the epitome of charity, Mr. Hemir, and I start moving towards the ogres.
All right.
I'm going to follow after Adrian.
Yep, same. Right. We're all going.
I'll have initiative from everybody, please, by the way. That includes you, Milford, just in case you get woken up.
11.
Does that include me as well?
Yes, please.
I'm unconscious.
You are, but you still get initiative.
Super Midnight Fun Club. I love your idea. Rutger Hauer as a 50-year-old ogre.
Rutger Hauer. I've seen things you people wouldn't believe. Attack
22.
Oh, yes.
22. Why couldn't I got that before?
22. All right.
20 bloody 2.
Adrian, what's your initiative?
I got exactly 20 less. I got 2.
I like the way you put that. That's very nice. Okay, Adric.
Exactly.
I got exactly half. 11.
11? All right. Hamir gets an amazing 7.
I got 19.
Damn, bro.
You got 19. All right. 19. You say. All right. All right then. Oh wow, that was a mistake. I don't think I could have rolled a 919 for initiative for that ogre. So I'm just gonna change. Oh, I can't change that. Fuck.
I don't know.
Mind.
I don't know. The dex is probably pretty big.
Yeah. Oh well. Okay, so you guys are just gonna pour around the corner basically and attack, or what's the plan?
Yeah, I think that's the plan. Just pile in.
Just pile in. All right.
Guns blazing, or wands blazing.
All right. So Adric, you're going first here because you turn the corner. and you basically come upon the first ogre, who looks up and sees you immediately, and it reaches for its club and swings at you. Standing as it does, it just leaps to its feet with its club. All this dust and rock comes flying out in front of you. He actually hits you with the backswing of that strike. And you are going to take quite a lot of damage, I'm afraid.
Leave Brixton!
17 points of damage.
Oh, good. Guys, your tank's hurt.
All right, you taking that?
Yes, got that.
All right. Adric, it's your turn.
I'm going to giant. Swell up in front of him.
So you start ballooning up to full size.
And I'm going to. God, sorry, I'm on the wrong tab.
That's a pain.
Good. Okay, cool. And I'm going to swing at him with my warhammer.
All right. This is the
God, that's an 11. Oh, bollocks. That doesn't hit, does it?
An 11
No,
total.
doesn't.
That's your
Doesn't.
total
Yeah.
to hit. Actually, that just hits him.
Oh shit! All right. Damn. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna 1d8 plus 5 bludgeoning that. That's a 6, and I get an extra d6 because I'm big, huge, and large.
All right.
That's
Big,
6
huge,
plus
Total
that's
damage.
7. Total
6.
7. And on this round, I'm also gonna do my action surge because I want to do a bit more damage than that.
All right.
And I'm gonna swing at him again with my warhammer.
All right. Roll to hit.
That is a 25 to hit.
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
Feels good. God,
Yep.
Thanks for watching, Lycordia. See you later.
Thank you,
Thank
Lycordia.
you. Come back.
I like Claudia.
Still listening, though.
That is-
Aha. Yay.
That is a 13 damage plus
13 damage.
1d6. Okay, that's a total of 15 for that second round.
Okay, so what's
So
your
I think
total?
that was 15. I think I did. Let me just
15
check
from
my,
the second round. 15. I got the first round. That's fine.
Okay, yeah, 15 for the second round.
All right, very good. You hurt him. You smack him in the knee with your warhammer on an upswing, cracking. You hear the bone go. He yells and screams at that point. The second ogre takes a swing at you from the other side of the fire, the campfire. What's your armor class, Adric?
18.
18. He hits you.
Ooh, that's not good.
He does 13 points of bludgeoning damage with his war club, his great club.
Oh, guys, do you wanna guess what health I'm at? do you wanna hazard a guess?
What?
2.
It's 1.
Oh,
Wow.
I'm glad I got it right, but also really, really unhappy.
You're feeling a bit winded there, Adric, with this great club in the guts. If it wasn't for the fact that you were
Jeez.
large-sized right now, you probably would have been killed by that.
Yeah.
All right.
Jeez.
Adrian, you come out from around the corner about this moment, and you see Adric take this blow to the stomach, essentially, with his club, and it knocks the wind out of him. Milford's lying on the floor unconscious. Everybody notices this at this point. Milford, you need to make a death saving throw.
How do you do that again?
Okay, so on your character sheet, you'll notice up on the top left-hand corner where all the saving throws are. If I'm not incorrect. Oh no, it's not actually. It's just a plain old D20. So you see the big D20 button at the bottom of the screen?
Yeah.
Yep, hit that, and then hit the one at the top one of the ones that pop up on the D&D Beyond list of dice. If it takes too much trouble, I don't mind rolling it for you.
List of dice. Yes.
Yep.
Hit what?
So there's the one at the top, so it would have popped up with a bunch of dice, and the one at
Yep.
the very top is the D20. Hit that
Okay.
once. So you hit it once, and then you hit the roll button, where it's the big red tab that says roll.
Hit it once, and it says roll. And
13. Okay, good. All right, so you've made your first saving throw. You're not dead.
okay.
All right, Adrian. Adrian.
Doesn't Leith go before me?
Does Leith go before you? No, he goes after you.
Rolled it.
Actually, I'm not sure.
We all
Okay.
rolled pretty high, didn't we?
You did.
I thought, I got a 2. I thought you got like a 19.
I entered these numbers and D&D Beyond. Oh fuck! I see what's happened. The
I-
number that I entered for you, Leith, ended up being the ogre with 919 at the top of the. And this is why D&D Beyond sucks ass. All right, Leith, you can go first. I'm sorry. I will never get this system to work properly.
Oh, this is getting hairy because I don't have many spell slots left. I am going to get some healing in on Edric.
Oh, thank you.
Two d6s worth of healing. I'm sorry to Milford, but it's got to go somewhere. 8 points.
8
that's
points of healing
brilliant,
to
thank you.
Adric. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay.
So that was from my healing light, which is a bonus action. So I think I can get a. Let's get a firebolt in at the one. Has one been hit more than the other?
So was that a cantrip though?
The healing light is
Because if they're both cantrips, you cannot.
it's a warlock feature.
Ah, okay. All right. Cool.
Yeah.
No worries.
Yeah. I'll firebolt. Yeah, firebolt the one that's taken the most damage.
All right then. Roll to hit. 11.
Never mind, it was an 11.
That actually hits.
Whoa, really?
Yep.
Yeah,
Shit.
same as my first hit.
Yep.
Okay. 2 points of damage.
Woot. 2 points of damage. Very nice. Okay. Now your turn, Adrian, please. Sorry.
How far away is Brixton?
20 feet.
20 feet.
Yep.
If I was to run past the ogres, they would get an opportunity of attack unless I use disengage, right?
Yep. Or you could use an extra 10 feet to get around them, to make a beeline or make
Right.
a U shape around them where you wouldn't
Yeah.
take that.
So I could do 30 feet of movement to get around fully.
Yep.
Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to bonus action Misty Step. I'm going to
Alright.
teleport up to 30 feet. I'm going to bamf from where I am to Brixton.
Yep.
I'm going to grab him, and I'm just going to start dragging his body that 30 feet of movement.
Okay, cool, nice. All right, so you disappear from your space. You reappear next to Brixton, and you start dragging him away. Would you start dragging him in any particular direction?
In back towards where we were in that
In the gallery.
that kind of if I took the extra 10 feet to get around them, that's kind of the arc that I'm taking them in.
All right, cool. All right then. Very good. And back to the top. So let's reestablish the initiative, please. Letha, you took note of the initiative, didn't
Yeah,
you?
I'm taking note of initiative.
All right, let's have the initiative again.
So Edric,
Yep.
Milford,
Yep.
Leith, and Adrian.
Adrian. Okay. And what were the numbers for those? For
I'm sorry, I didn't
you didn't
add
keep those?
this
Okay.
down on this one.
I've got
Go back
Milford
through
at
the-
22.
Go back through the
Adric
log.
was 11. Adrian was 2. And Leith, what was your initiative? Do you know what that was?
I was a. Is it right? No, that's not right.
19.
A
Was it?
19?
Yeah, because I remember thinking it's exactly 3 below 22.
No,
Okay.
it seems to have disappeared from my log.
Yeah, that's been happening with some of my stuff
Leith.
too. Not my stuff, but some of the stuff I've been looking for you
Okay.
guys.
Okay, we'll re-establish that again. So 19 for me.
I found it. Yeah, it's 19.
You were a 2, Adrian.
Yeah.
Edric was a. Edric was what?
11, I believe.
Adric was 11.
11.
Exactly half of 22.
And Milford,
22.
22. So Milford with his death saves is at the top of the round.
Okay, so basically it's going to go Milford, Ogre, Leith, Ogre, Adric, Hamir, Adrian, although Hamir's not there, so... Okay?
Yep.
All right, so then, Adric, Milford, you're unconscious, so we skip to Leith.
Do I have to do that roll again?
You do, actually. Yes, please. Thank you. Sorry, reminded me.
So. And it's the first ogre after Milford.
It's 10.
Oh, a 10. Okay, that is... You just save. That is right on the mark. Okay, so you've made 2 out of 3 death saving throws. If you get another one correct, if you succeed another one, you go back to 1 hit point and you come out of unconsciousness. All right?
Okay.
That was Milford. Leith. Oh, I'm sorry. That's no, it's an
Leith?
ogre. Ogre. Sorry.
The first ogre, yeah.
All right. Let me think. Where is everybody? You're doing the thing. Okay, so the ogre that's fighting Adric at the moment takes another swing at him. And Adric,
Going
your
down.
armor class was
18.
18. He totally misses you. He swings over your head, smashes another pile of rock from beside you, but misses you, and you take no damage. There's a big spray of chunks of stone and dust that go flying past you, narrowly missing your eyes.
Relief.
Yes. So now it's Leith.
I've got not much else to do but fire a firebolt at that closest one.
All right, you hit.
Oh, good. Damage 3 points of damage.
Woohoo! Massive.
Really should have rested.
Probably.
Yeah.
All right, Adric.
I'm going to, seeing as I was recently just winded, I'm going to quite aptly use my second wind feature.
All right.
So that's a D10 plus 3. Please be good. That is a total of 10. Hell yes. So I heal for 10.
All right.
Sorry, one moment. Healing. Huzzah.
Is that a bonus
And
action or a action?
That is a bonus action.
All right, nice.
Cool. And I'm going to swing at the most injured ogre.
All right, he's not only the most injured, he's the only injured ogre.
Oh, okay, that guy, yes. That is an 18 to hit.
18 hits. Do your
Cool,
worst, please.
Damaji. That is 12 damage plus my d6 because I'm large. That is a total of 17 damage.
So that was a 5 for the second damage?
So that was 12 for my Warhammer plus my strength, and then my extra d6 for my enlarged damage.
So the total was 17, was it?
Yeah, that's the one.
All right. Okie dokie. Hamir. All right, Hamir suddenly pops out from around the corner. And you hear him grumbling something about, "Very well, I'll help, if I must." And he puts his hands forward like this, and this flash of flame comes pouring out from his arms, rolling forward and setting the air on fire in a 30-degree arc in the direction of the closest ogre. And this does... One of the ogres leaps out of the way. The other ogre does not.
I thought,
We killed one, didn't we?
didn't we kill one?
You've not killed any ogres. What are you talking about?
Oh.
We've only injured one of them. The other one is
Only one of them is
otherwise,
injured. The
Oh,
other
I-
one is completely fine.
Oh, I see. That's what you were talking about. I gotcha.
You had me for a moment. I was like, do I have a complete lapse of concentration? I mean, I know I have lapses. I usually it's initiative that I mess up, but hit points? No.
You were just talking before when Edric attacked, I think, about there only being one ogre. But it was only one ogre that's been damaged.
Yes, that's right.
Yep.
I was saying he's the only injured ogre.
Yep.
All right, and certainly hits the same injured ogre once more with the burning hands. All right, moving right along. It is Adrian's turn.
Yes. I will use my 30 feet of movement to pull Brixton behind some cover.
Oh, bear in mind that pulling Brixton, you won't be able to make 30 feet of movement doing that. I wouldn't think. Is there? Can you think of any rules regarding this? Because it feels to me that that's going to be essentially difficult terrain when you're carrying somebody or pulling somebody.
Would
Yes,
would
I'm
definitely
not
slow you down.
sure.
Or we could make a strength check. If you make...
Oh, hang on. I do believe there is actually a thing in here for my push, pull, or lift capacity. Before I become encumbered is 300 pounds.
Okay, and
So I
Milford's...
can lift, pull, or drag before becoming encumbered.
All right, cool. And Milford is not carrying a whole bunch of gold like some of you. So, all right, very well. You can have your full 30 feet of movement.
I put all mine down.
Yeah, that's true. He did. Orson's saying half movement. Which
Okay.
that's what I was thinking too. To be
Yeah,
honest.
I would say half movement as well.
If you're dragging someone, yeah, I feel. it would be.
Yeah.
Do we have consensus that it's going to be half
I'll
movement?
drag him. Can I still get him to some sort of cover? I have. Yes, consensus.
All right, consensus. It's 15 feet then. All
Agreed.
right then. Very good.
Can I get him behind some cover with 15?
Yes, you can. You pull him round to the
Awesome.
other side of the other
I'm
side of the
then-
encampment. But then you can make a perception check
Awesome.
for me, please.
Uh-oh, spaghetti-o. That's performance. I want perception. With a 6.
6?
Yeah.
A 6? Okay, never mind then. You notice lots of darkness all around you. Over in
very
that
good.
direction. Yeah.
So
Yes.
the ogres are within 5 feet of Adric, I assume, or are they with 10 feet if they've got reach? How close are they to Adric and Leaf?
How close are they to Adric and Leith? They're quite close to
Yeah.
Adric, within 5 feet of Adric, and more like Leith. You can choose anywhere up to the range of
Okay.
your firebolt.
Oh, sorry, what?
Leith, how far away are you from the ogres? Anywhere up to the range of your firebolt.
I would say, I'm going to put myself about 50 feet
50 feet.
from
Okay.
from the closest one.
So,
Yep.
Okay, that's all right. So you moved into the space, and then you kept moving into the space, deeper into the space? Because they were very close to the entrance.
Oh, no, I'll keep myself with the group.
Okay, so you're probably within 30 feet
Yeah.
of the ogres then.
Okay. But Adric's within 5 feet. Okay, so getting Brixton to behind some cover, I'm going to pop up and do a firebolt.
All right. Roll.
To the least well-looking one.
All right, very good. Roll to hit.
17
17 does hit.
for 3 damage.
3 damage. Okie dokie. You do 3 damage. All right.
Slowly chipping away at him.
Adric.
A nice little boop on the nose.
Yes.
Little
Is it my turn to smack?
Adric, it is your turn to smack.
Huzzah! I'm going to smack him very hard with my hammer.
You've just seen a firebolt kind of singe his shoulder slightly. Hasn't
22.
did a 22. Very nice. You
It is a
hit.
22.
Yeah.
1d8 plus 5 to... Oh, good. That's a total of 8 for that hit, plus my big damage. That is a total of 11 damage.
All right. How do you kill this ogre?
I think
What
I see the firebolt come in, and I'm like, haha, he's distracted. So I'll swing at the other side, the opposite side, while he's at the firebolt,
right.
smash into the temple.
All right. Very good. And you smack him in the temple. Due to his size, the hammer, the head of the hammer, literally just penetrates into his temple and smashes it in right there. And he stops for a moment. His eyes kind of cross over for a moment, and then he just drops to his knees in front of you. The second ogre sees this and attacks you.
Imagine that.
Wait, one moment. I believe I've messed one small thing up here. That would be the initiative order.
Did you just have Adrian going?
I did. I had Adrian go first because I'm looking at the wrong initiative order from earlier.
Okay.
Wow. Okay, so anyway, I'm fine with that. Milford, make your saving throw.
I've got it written down here, Russell, so just come at me if you need it.
All right.
Please. Come on. What is it? 3.
3. Okay, you fail that saving throw, and you're slipping back towards death at this point.
Okay.
So now you're back in the middle.
Okay.
On death's door, you might say, Milford Brixton.
I got it.
All right. Leith. Leith.
Is it me?
Yes.
What about Hamir?
Hamir comes after. I went back to the top of the initiative round. The initiative
Okay,
order.
cool. I will fire another firebolt at it.
All right.
That's about all I can do right now, and that is a total of 8.
Okay, that unfortunately misses and goes shooting off past the ogre. It flies off past Adrian and Milford Brixton. Adrian, can you make a perception check for me, please?
Of course. 16.
16. All right. You notice 2 cages behind this set of clumps of rock and what have you, these kind of ruins here. 2 wooden cages. They look a little bit familiar to you. And you see some figures inside the cages holding on for dear life. You're not sure whether you're not sure actually whether they're conscious or not, but you just saw a flash of light as the firebolt went shooting past you. These faces inside the cage. All right. Ogre time. The final, the last ogre that's there steps forward towards you, Adric, stepping over the corpse of his fellow, and he kicks him into the fire as if basically in life they were worth something, in death they're worth nothing to each other. And he just kicks his companion, and he falls and tumbles into the fire, and he steps over him towards you. And he growls, "You die now!" in common.
Louder, please.
Sorry.
No. Adric at the ogre, not you. You're lovely, Russell.
Oh, excellent. Hopefully my mic didn't cut out.
No, you're fine.
All right. And he swings at you. What's your armor class again?
18.
18. 18, and he hits you.
Loud and clear.
You take 10 points of damage.
Oh no!
Bludgeoning.
Back to 9.
Now you die, little man.
I'm 10 feet. I'm same height as him, aren't I?
Oh, yeah, that's true. But, you know, he saw you grow.
Okay, fair enough.
All right. Hamir.
Once a dwarf, always a dwarf.
Now,
The stigma stains me.
Yep.
Hamir fires a firebolt in the giant's direction. The ogre's direction, should I say. Okay, I need a d10. Dun, dun, dun. He hits the ogre with a firebolt, which seems to be the most common spell in this game, doesn't it? All right. And now it is Adrian's turn.
Wait, what's going on?
This is
I know we are in the correct turn order. Yes,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I've returned to the
sorry,
correct.
Russell.
It took me a minute to get back to the correct turn order, but we're there now.
Yep,
All right.
yep. I was just confused for a moment.
No worries. Adrian, what are you doing? You're over by Milford. You've seen these faces in the
Adrian.
cages.
He is going to try do a medicine check, try stabilize Mr. Brixton.
All right. Please roll your medicine check. You are no longer suffering from
A
any
9.
disadvantages. A 9. Oh dear. Okay. Not great. He seems to be slipping. And it is back to your turn, actually, Milford. So you need to make a saving throw.
Yep. Well, well. Oh, 1.
Oh shit!
Okay. Milford,
I'm dead.
you're dead.
Oh shit!
Oh, shit.
A moment of silence, please. If anyone wants to spend an
Oh.
awful lot of Electrum, I'll resurrect him.
Looking at you, chat.
You know.
Wait, how much Electrum? Because
Well-
I'm watching as well. I've got 1,100.
That's not enough.
Damn. Bugger.
So, Bubs. Okay, I'll tell you what. If you spend all your Electrum, Bubsy Bees, I will give Milford another chance at his saving throw.
It just means you have to relinquish the ass.
Otherwise, if anyone wants to add a subscription, I will immediately resurrect him. It's mean, isn't it? Am I being mean?
Well, it was good.
Bubsy
Well-
redeemed 100 Electrum.
100 Electrum. 100?
Oh no, 100, 200, 300, 400.
Damn, Bubsy, how much Electrum did you have?
And then someone else has done 500.
Aquatic meat twinkle. The fans want you to live, Barry.
600 total, 700 total, 800 total,
Milford.
900 total.
Okay, when you get to 1,000, I'm going to give you a saving
1,000.
throw. All right, you can have a
There we go.
saving throw.
Got to
Milford.
1,000.
You can have a saving throw.
1,100.
Okay.
Let's see the saving throw.
Live.
If it's another one.
It isn't, is it?
I haven't done it yet.
We'll find out.
Oh, thank God.
No, I think you're looking at the previous roll. I hope you're looking at the previous roll.
Yeah, me too.
So am I.
Now he's rolling. Now he's
Oh, a
rolling.
16. Okay.
16!
Hey!
All right.
You did it, Chad.
Okay, so Adrian, you're trying to stabilize Milford. You think you've lost him. His heart has stopped. He's literally stopped beating. He stops breathing. You're just about to give up when you sense his pulse comes back again. All right, but that's your turn.
Oh, hang on. I'm going to go and take an anxiety pill now.
Okay, Leith, it's your turn.
I think I just need to firebolt this ogre.
All right, firebolt away.
And I just rolled a 1.
Oh.
Do your worst.
My worst? Well, my worst would be that you hit Milford Brixton.
Don't do that. Don't do that bad.
All right.
Slightly better.
All right. Your firebolt goes flying off into the background, and you see it illuminates this wooden cage in the background that you see as it goes past. And you see some eyes beyond that, about 8 of them, as something scuttles over the top of the cage.
Oh crap.
Okay, that's Leith. Ogre attacks Adric. Little man!
I haven't gone yet, though.
Now you pay! You are hit.
But he hit. I haven't gone yet, though.
You're hit again.
Okay.
Ooh, far out. Okay,
Are you trying to kill us all or something?
I believe he is.
17 points of damage. Does that put you unconscious?
Yes, I'm at 1. I'm done. I'm out.
You're out. Are you okay? How many hit points did you have?
10.
Okay. All right. So you're not actually dead though. You're unconscious.
No, he's just knocked me out.
All right. So Adric's just gone down unconscious. Bunk.
Is he still at full size?
He rapidly starts diminishing as he goes unconscious.
Oh, good.
He starts. All right. So we now have 2 unconscious allies. Okay. At that point, Hamir. It is your turn, Hamir. That's me. Hamir steps out and fires another Burning Hands. The giant, unfortunately for him, doesn't see it coming and takes some damage. Take that, you beast! He calls out. Yes! All right, and it is Adrian's turn.
How? Okay. Is Brixton stabilized?
Brixton's not stabilized. He would be at 1 hit point. He's just made 1 successful check that stopped him from dying.
So he's at 1 hit point. Does that mean he's conscious?
No, he doesn't have 1 hit point. He's at 0 hit points.
Okay.
He's unconscious.
Okay. But he's not stable.
Yeah, what Orson said. He's not stable. That's right. He is not stable.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna try stabilize him again.
All right, another medicine check. Go for your life.
Also, how does that fire on the cage look?
It didn't set the cage on fire or anything. But
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
That's all right then. That is a natural 20.
A natural 20.
With a total of 22. Natural 20 with a total of 22.
All right. I'm going to say that you stabilize him now, and he has 1 hit point. All right. So, Brixton, you come back to consciousness at this point. Your eyes pop open, and you sit up.
Shit. Ow. Everything hurts. What the fuck's going on?
Just will stay still for a minute.
All right. So, Milford, it's actually your turn now in the initiative round, unless Adrian has another action.
No.
No, you're out. Okay, so Brixton, you got 30 feet of movement and an attack and a bonus action if you wish to use them. It'll take you half your movement to get up off the ground, though, because you're on the floor prone. So it'll take you 15 of your 30 feet to get up.
Can I throw a dagger from on the ground?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You can whiff your dagger at the ogre, for sure.
Yeah. You fucker.
And it's a
Let
sneak
me
attack as
killing
well.
blow.
All right.
Hang on.
Roll to hit with the dagger.
Hang on. Gotta get there. Where's my dagger? The dagger. Dagger.
Here it goes. I see it rolling. Oh, and it's
7.
a massive 7. Okay. You can throw another dagger with your offhand.
Yeah, I'll do that.
All right. 16. That hits.
Oh,
All right.
And
Unfortunately, it doesn't get. You don't get your stealth damage this time because the first dagger gave your position away.
4 damage.
4 damage, massive. Okay. This time the ogre turns around and looks back over its shoulder at you. Okay. It comes turning back to you, Milford, and it starts walking towards you. But it rolls a massive 3, and you roll
Don't
out
I
of the
get-
way.
don't I get my turn first?
Your turn? How do you
Yeah.
figure?
Because that ogre is after me in the turn order.
Oh, that ogre is actually, you're right, that's the dead ogre that does that. All
Yeah.
right. So as it comes over to Milford, you get to make your attack.
Firebolt it in the face.
He is still prone, but he can roll sideways. Firebolt in the face with
Hey.
that's not a natural 20, but yes, it's a 20, a dirty 20.
20.
Very good. Roll to damage.
And 7 points of damage.
Nice. Excellent. It turns to you, Leith. So it's moving towards Brixton, and you do that to it. He turns to you now, and he raises his club and aims it at you this time. Now, I rolled a 3 already for Brixton, so I'm going to aim that at you instead, and he misses in any case. It comes slamming down next to you, smashing another chunk of stone and rubble off the pillar next to you. Crunch. It comes flying out, dust everywhere, little shards of stone flying past your face. A little piece of it nicks you underneath your eye. Doesn't do any damage. Any actual hit points damage. All right.
Oh.
Adric.
Oh.
Yes, death save, that's right.
Adric, death save.
That's a 9.
Ooh, okay. You're
Off
you're
to a
off to
thrilling
a-
start.
Yep. Okay, so Adric, you're slipping. Hamir is going to use his final spell slot and cast Burning Hands one more time. The giant ogre fails its saving throw, dexterity saving throw. Okay. Very well. The Burning Hands flame sets fire to the air again in a line between Hamir and the ogre, crossing over the top of the dead ogre that's lying in the fireplace right now, and over the top of Adric, actually, who's laying on the ground, who seems to be not moving particularly. And he sort of reels as it sets fire to his clothes for a moment. And he turns again, looking to the next person, which now is Hamir, who's the latest person to have attacked him. He's a little bit easily, you notice he's easily confused by this idea that whoever hit him last is who he seems to go for. You're beginning to see that. Adric failed, Hamir. Adrian.
Well, if he's just going after whoever hit him first, whoever hit him last, I'm just going to rush over to Adric and also try do a medicine check.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
I'm going to try.
So you use your movement and you make a medicine check. on
Thank you
Adric.
to that member of the audience that saved my life.
There were a couple of them.
There were a couple of them.
Bubsy B gave up all of her electrum.
Yeah.
Well,
Thank you very
with
much.
the modifier was the 3, but without the modifier, the natural 1.
Oh, so you kill me.
Ooh.
You just
Ooh.
choke me out on the
Hopefully not.
ground.
How many?
Wake up!
How many in were you? You were slipping, weren't you? And you'd only had one success.
I've had no successes.
You've had no.
I've one failure.
Okay, so one failure. That's 2 failures.
Thanks, Adrian.
All right, that's
10 out of 10.
okay. So
I saved the last guy, I can save you.
you feel like you're losing him as well at this point. Orson says he's got 1,500 electrums. Orson, if you wanted to give Adric another death save, you could spend 1,000 to give him a death save. That being said, he's not dead yet, so you don't have to spend it just yet. He's still got one more shot. All right, so that was Adrian.
Thank you, guys.
Milford Brixton.
I thought he didn't have any shots.
Milford, you're still on the ground at this moment, right? You
I
need to
pick up my bow and my arrow.
Okay, now your bow and arrow, funnily enough, you left that in the treasure ship chamber.
Okay. Can't do anything.
Well, you can stand up and attack it with a sword.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Yes, and be back to 0 again. Okay, I will. Damn it. I will. I'm gonna. I'm going to get it from the back because it's not looking at me anymore.
That's
Oh, boy.
actually true. It is not
Yes.
looking at you right now, so you could stand up and move up to it. It is about exactly 15 feet away right now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Short sword, the bastard.
All right, roll to hit with your short sword, please.
I don't-
You will not get an offhand attack, however. How many daggers does Milford Brixton carry? I mean, what do you guys reckon? Does he have 3 daggers? Does he have 2 daggers? In which case he's used them. A 19 to hit. You
I've
definitely
got
hit.
4, actually.
Oh, 4 daggers. All right, then. You can make
One in my boot.
Okay, all right. I'll give you that. So
19.
You hit with your 19. Let's do your short sword damage, please.
Okay, short sword damage is
Dun, 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 7.
7.
Okay, good. And now you make your backstab attack damage.
and keep going. There you are. And it's a beautiful 6.
A beautiful 6. Not bad. Very good.
Huzzah.
All right. And now you can roll to hit with your dagger, your offhand.
Yep. Dagger.
Bubsy B says that they are on the edge of their seat.
Dagger.
Not as on the edge of your seat as Adric is right now, I feel.
Oh, God.
19.
Oh,
Another
I'm
19.
I'm
You hit
dying
again.
inside.
He's dying inside. He's dying outside.
Dying inside.
19.
Yeah, you hit, mate. Roll your damage with your dagger.
So much
6.
tension in this session tonight.
Oh, 6. Okay.
And it's a stab in the back thing too.
Yeah.
You don't actually get that this time because you've given your position away with the first attack.
Oh, okay.
It
All
only
right.
happens once around. I just do have to type a quick message to the audience here. Actually, no, I'm going to save it. It's okay. All right. So that was Milford. Leith.
Oh, me.
Yep. Yes, sir.
Yes. Firebolt.
Right. Roll the hit.
18.
You hit.
That's me. That's
Leith.
hit.
Leith. How do you? Where do you hit it?
in the right face.
It has 1 hit point. What
And it's
happens?
8 points of damage.
All right. It had 1 hit point. What happens to it?
Yes.
Tell us how it dies.
Its hair catches fire and its face just melts off.
Okay, all right.
And when it hits the ground, Milford puts his boot on its head.
All right, so you hit it in the face. And it starts screaming and its face is melting off and it goes down to its knees screaming, and then it lands with its face in the fireplace and knocks itself out while it's still on fire in the fireplace with its companion. And slowly the fire kind of goes out and Milford walks over and puts his boot on its back.
Yeah.
Now, okay, so currently Adric is still having a bit of a nine eyes.
We better tend to him.
You don't have to. You can just leave me to die here.
Anybody got healing?
You're,
Potion! We got something.
you're absolutely right, Bub.
Potion.
You don't have any potions, as far as I know.
Yes. Thing gave us potion.
Oh no, we were actually given a potion of healing.
You were? Yes, by
I'll
Millmore.
just chug it down his throat.
All right. Very good.
And can
So
I?
he gets 2d4.
How many have we got? Because I could do with one.
I bet we take a long rest after this. Fuck me.
Well, I've got. It says that I had 2, so I've marked 1 off. So I'm. He gets 6 points of healing back. Old Edric.
So I'm just laughing at the chat. Bubsy P. Make Adric canonically shit himself.
What does canonically
That's not
shit
just.
himself
That's not
mean?
just spider shit in the caves now.
Well, Bubsy B has paid for it, so you know.
Has she?
Oh, she paid
100
for it.
electrum.
Is 100 electrum enough?
I think
to
that's
soil
fair.
my pants?
I think, Adric, whilst you've been out unconscious, you have soiled yourself.
God. Fine.
And he stinks. What's that infernal stench? Says Hamir as he comes stumbling in. Did you fart or something? What was that? Is it one of these ogres? Is that the smell of death coming from this creature?
Yes, that'll be the ogre.
Oh, look. There's something running down your leg, dwarf.
I assure you, I assure you, it's blood. I assure you, it's blood.
He turns
I'll
to you.
prestidigitation it away.
He turns to you,
I'll
Leith.
prestidigitation it away and go, are you sure? I don't see anything at all.
While he's doing that, he turns to Leith and he says, "You see that, Leith? Filthy dwarves, I told you."
Oh, see what? No, I
What?
didn't see anything.
Oh, it's gone.
I think
Remarkable.
that potion of dark vision must be wearing off, Mr. Hamir.
He turns back to you, Adrian. Yes, you're a wizard, I know. I know these tricks. Old tricks. I've seen them before. You
I
won't
pat
get
Adrian on the
past me
calf
with
and
your...
wink at him.
Yes. So, what now?
I reckon we rest.
Not a bad idea.
I think that's.
I would like
Long
I
rest.
would like to point out the cages that are by the campfire. There are some people, I think we met them earlier, in some makeshift type of entrapments by the campfire. Well, not by the campfire, but they were illuminated temporarily by Leith's firebolt.
Can you give me a hand to go over there, please?
Oh yes, of course. Let me help you, Mr. Brixton, and I support him with my back.
Alright.
Just take it easy on me.
Is everybody going in this direction, or is it just Adrian and Milford at this point?
I'm stumbling along after them.
I will follow.
All right. As you do, you come over to these cages, and those of you with dark vision, you can see these 2 cages that are the same cages that you saw before. And you see the figures that you saw earlier still in the cages, along with the 2 drow elves, not looking very pleased with themselves. And as you get closer, you see there's one of the giant spiders is sitting on top of one of the cages. And as you approach, it literally starts climbing backwards off the cage and just climbs off and rolls up the wall and pisses off.
Yeah, and stay away.
At least I
you
would
tell
curb
him,
that
Leith.
enthusiasm just in case.
You tell him.
I,
Yeah, you go.
I wouldn't want to piss them off. I think we take our hubris and run.
Bubsy B wants to know where you're going to get new pants from, by the way, Adric.
Well, I don't need new pants because good Adrian has cleaned me with prestidigitation.
There you go. Adrian,
It cleans or soils a single piece of fabric. And I chose his underwear. Just move on, Adric. I can undo it.
An excellent tavern tale.
Just move on. I can put shit in there.
Well, ladies and
I
gentlemen,
can take the shit out, but you can never unshit yourself.
I am going to call this game quits here. I think this is a good place to end, even before you open the cages, because dun dun dun. Next week, I believe we're going to have a new player. If all goes well, Joanna will be joining us next week. I ran a game with her today, and Barry assisted me with that game, and she did a great job. If you want to see the new player, you can go to our YouTube channel and you can look up Hannah's prequel. That's not actually the character that she's going to be playing, but that was her very, very, very first Dungeons and Dragons session ever in her whole life. She is an actress, and she's very good at role playing. She takes to it like a duck to water. I was kind of hoping she might come in tonight, but things haven't worked out quite the way I was hoping to. These guys got caught up fighting ogres and other stuff, so opportunities to present new characters did not arise. She may have been waiting in the wings all night, and if you have been, Joanna, I do apologize. In any case, if you're still keen, next week we will do it. So yeah, hopefully we'll have a new player.
And thank you all so much for watching and supporting the channel.
Thank you.
Thank you guys and helping me shit my pants.
And thank everybody for saving my life.
Yep.
So I continue to do what I always do.
I think
Stay out of trouble.
the camaraderie was
by ogres.
quite amazing, really. Yeah.
Milford Brixton, got to keep on Milford Brixtoning.
All right,
Exactly.
ladies and gentlemen, I bow out now.
Yeah.
And we shall see you all next week. Feel free to come and find us on various other social media and so on. If you so desire, we'll be around to answer your questions. And, if you have any ideas or thoughts, we'll catch you around there. Blah, etc. Yes. Goodbye.